Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Happy New Year. Happy 2026, baby. I'm so excited. I surely hope you guys enjoy your holiday. Be safe out there, loves. Let's dive into what 2026 has to offer us. Now, I do want to remind you guys that these are general messages. As always, feel free to skip ahead as well. You can find your timestamps below in the description box for your convenience, darlings. We're going to be getting our theme, popping out a few cards from the Gilded Tarot Royale, and clarifying with the Soha Mystic today. Um, but if a message pops out that you don't like, please remember, or that you do like for that matter, thank you, Spirit, because you always have the ability to change your path, okay? All we're doing tonight is looking at the timeline as it sits right now. All we have is the present moment. So, what we're just looking at right now is how things are projected to go based on where you're sitting currently. And if you don't like where things are going to end up, you can change that by changing your decisions and what you're doing currently. All right, guys? So do keep that in mind. Is that it? Yes, general messages. I'm always going to be honest with what I see, you guys. Let's jump in here to Aries, starting with Aries, okay? I got to clear these cards because there's just not enough space here. Let me put these to the side. It's not enough room to do all this fun stuff. Cut the fat, wanted to be seen here for you guys. We're going to get at least 3 themed cards. And then we'll just see what Spirit wants you to know about 2026. Okay, Aries? I sure hope you guys are doing great out there in the world, loves, that you're staying safe and that you're enjoying your experience here. Ooh, themes for Aries. What are the themes? We have Aries, face parents, angels, guides. Oh, well, you just knocked down my sign. I guess I knocked down my sign. That's a lot. Hold on a second. Okay, you know what I really wanted to do was get poppers for these, but I guess there is a reason why they rarely pop out. Well, it makes it easy to get 3, doesn't it? We're not going to look here. What do we have for Aries? What are the themes for Aries? Impeccable timing this year. Impeccable timing is there another card? Another card from here. Clear space. Okay. Oh, Aries, so it's a year to clear. It's a year to clear. And you're in the clear this year. Summer. Okay, impeccable timing. We also have breadwinner at the bottom of the deck, which often for me signifies masculine energy, but your fire is a masculine, um, fire is masculine as well. All right, let me switch these out here, Aries. Let's get some, um, let's get your reading here. So, your themes, we have clear space, summer, impeccable timing. Now, for some of you, you may want to make sure that the space is clear by summer because impeccable timing is working, like the universe is working in your life this year. And if your space is cleared and you are ready for the blessings to arrive by summer, we just had a flyer outer. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. And we've got more that just came out. Okay. Am I taking that? Yes. Queen of Pentacles, but not these on the floor. Okay, sorry, Aries. Oh, we're just getting situated here. I did see the Ten of Cups. So, Queen of Pentacles reversed here. So, yeah, so make sure to clear the space by summertime. Summer's hot, you get that fire. There could be something that draws your attention. And that also has to do with the impeccable timing as well. There could be a point in summer, if space is cleared, you're offered an opportunity, it would be impeccable timing in that case. Or this could be someone born in summer environments. Okay. All right. Summer's also a time for growth. So it's like the perfect time to plant seeds. If we don't take the time to plant seeds at all this year, then nothing can grow, obviously. There could also be someone around you this year. Don't want to speak on it too much until we get other cards out, but if this is a person, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse often acts quite selfishly, um, doesn't want to give what they have, or they're, ooh, we got the Empress in reverse. Could be a motherly energy for some of you. Someone that's not very kind, nurturing, or maybe they feel drained. This could also be you on the level of just feeling very drained this year, 2026, where you don't have much to give. But I feel like that's why we need this space cleared. For some of you, you're carrying too many the weight of too many possessions. And that may be part of this clearing space. It's not a year for hoarding here, Aries. Oh, and it's not a year for hoarding your energy. I heard energy. Not a year for hoarding your energy either, or your love. It's a time to love deeply, to nurture not only those around you, right, that you care for, family, friends, children, um, lovers, your lover, obviously. Um, but it's also a time to love yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, Aries, that's part of clearing space as well. If you don't take care of yourself, then you will be so drained that you won't have anything to give for sure. I happen to see the Eight of Swords here in reverse at the bottom of the deck. You also have to clear that space for that impeccable timing, right? So this might not be a year for planting um, new things, but clearing and nurturing what we have already. Do we have a flip book? We did for Aries. Let's get like one or two more. And here comes a masculine King of Swords. We did have that breadwinner at the bottom of the deck, right? The masculine energy. King of Swords is very discerning. He's very honest. He's straightforward. He makes clear-cut decisions. So this year is a year, Aries, for you to be very vocal, but very steadfast in your convictions, making decisions that you know are for your best benefit, especially if this is a person for you who may be acting a bit selfishly. You may need to cut ties or make a decision by summer, and that may be part of that clearing space as well. You know what I was just thinking as I was finishing that sentence? I was looking at the impeccable timing. Here comes the Nine of Cups, right? I was thinking to myself, so what's going to come with that impeccable timing? Boom, Nine of Cups. Well, isn't that gorgeous? Nine of Cups is happiness, happiness, self-love, joy. Funny, I heard contemplation. Contemplation. This does come with a lot of contemplation, or you've contemplated, uh, or will need, yeah, you will either need to contemplate these things this year, Aries, or you've contemplated these events or these energies up until now, and you've come to this conclusion in 2026 that it is the thing to do. We have the Strength card. Leo energy. By the way, Leo's on the table. We've got air, we've got Libra, as well as Taurus energy. And the King of Wands reversed your fire here. It's really important that we stay strong and not get sidetracked with anger or revenge or disbelief in self. Thank you, Spirit. Or disbelief in self. Let's jump into your clarifiers. It's funny that we have an equality here of two feminine energies here, Aries, and two masculine. It's quite balanced, yeah? That's what I'm feeling from that. So this is a year that you do take your happiness seriously. This is a year that by summer, it's really important that by summer we have an accountability in accord. We have ourselves in an alignment to receive or to have something grow. This very much feels like Aries like pruning the weeds. um, Even though it's not fun, we have to go through it. Because for some of you, it is about like being stern with someone. Of you, it's about being stern with those around you to gain for yourself, right? Like, hey, I've got to take time for myself. For some of you, I'm getting a bit of travel with that strength card. Have no fear, Aries. I'm feeling a little bit of frustration or fear or a desire to see a quick outcome. This doesn't feel like it will be a quick process. Don't make it a quick process. Don't try to make it a quick process. Just clearing. It's going to also be, a final decision with this king. Right? A final decision. Let's get one more. Now, for some of you with this summer card, I am feeling the heat. So there's something about like suffering through the heat or a lot of pressure here, okay? What do we got for Queen Pentacles reversed? Okay, nope, hold on. Spirit saying it's good. This is going to take too long if I clarify every card. Okay, so then we have to clarify these two. We have to clarify the King of Wands in reverse and the Empress in reverse. Huh, but as I did that, do you see what we have here? Page of Wands reverse. I do feel that you can change your own luck. Um, for some of you, somebody will take bad news very, very strong, like very harshly. Others of you, this is a burnout if you don't take care of yourself this year. What if this Empress reverse for Aries? Four Pentacles. Now that's funny because when I moved this to show you him, there's that Four of Pentacles, but in reverse here. Four of Pentacles. I do feel a lot of meditation coming off this card. It's probably the way he's sitting. I don't know why I feel that. I also feel like a need to pounce or a readiness to pounce from this position. We have the Sun card in reverse. For some of you, this is about child, family, mother dynamics. Okay. Um, Four of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this, having struggles, wanting to have certain things kept to yourself, keeping what you have, not giving, right? So this is like we don't give our time, our energy, or somebody's not giving their resources, they're hoarding their resources. This is like something that this is almost like, feels like you've been holding on to seeds rather than planting seeds. It almost feels like this Four of Pentacles clarifies both of these energies together. I have nothing left to give. You feel as though maybe this year you have nothing left to give. With this Four of Pentacles and these two non-producing or non-giving energies, there's a sadness, or a disappointment with some form of breakdown or bad news or selfishness. And here, potentially for someone, ooh, justice under that right there. Justice is restored, balance is restored. Somebody no longer uses the resources as their security blanket, is more willing to give up something here that they held maybe a little more dear than they should have. They could have not seen this correctly or clearly in the past. This is very important for the clearing. If we're clearing out, we can't hoard. This is also with resentments. This is also with our seeds. It's almost like we're afraid to plant new seeds or afraid to plant any seed because what if it doesn't produce? I'd rather have the seeds. But summer is for producing because we planted seeds. You get me, Aries. So this year is definitely a year to find out for first of all, for you, it's about this Queen of Pentacles, Empress in reverse. Again, could be a person or could just be your energy. Um, but something needs to be cleared out. And sacrificed, I want to say. Something needs to be sacrificed before summer so that by summer, impeccable timing, you've made the right decisions. You know what I mean? And it leads to your happiness. I feel like I'm ranting. So let's clarify this King of Wands. Now, if this is someone who's acted selfishly, not shown up, this relationship has produced nothing for you, or this person is just they care more about themselves than they do you, is maybe how this might feel. That's a lot. That's too many. King of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Lovers reversed. Okay, I'm just going to summarize as quickly as I can with the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Worry not about what we cut out because what we let go comes back tenfold. You feel me, Aries? Let me set those aside. King of Wands here. You've got a lot of masculine and feminine energy. So either you've got like a whole family all up in your business or a whole bunch of people here. Some are mad, some are, this or that. And everybody's got a gosh dang opinion here, Aries. Or this is all your energy and we're balancing things out. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups. First thing I'm getting is again with the seeds. Knight of Pentacles is that seed planter. This is a messenger of slow and steady forward movement. This is putting in the effort. So there is a chance here in 2026 that someone can change their badass attitude, right, towards you, the anger, the frustration, whatever, because they find that this alignment, this, thank you, this disalignment with you is not what they desire. It's not what they want. So maybe they'll plant more different seeds. Now, if you're just dealing within your energy, you are better than stooping to even being puttered out, right? You're better than that. We utilize our highest level of fire and flame and passion and creation. And it has nothing to do with being angry or making things worse, right? And I feel like you realize this year. You make a choice instead of operating from a hot and heavy place. We're operating from a place of love. We're operating slow and steady from a place of gained stability, which, as you progress throughout the year, may not bring back said relationship, right? But it will bring you a steadiness regardless of whether you've cut and cleared that space and that person is gone, or whether that opportunity has transformed itself, right? Does that make any sense? You have the gateway to making that happen. Oh, perfect timing. I gotta plug in my computer. Aries, I really hope that that helped you. Give me a like if you enjoyed this reading. I really hope that you have an absolutely wonderful 2026, loves. The key to your happiness this year is putting back into yourself and cutting out and leaving behind just in time that which does not work for you any longer, loves. Okay, relationships included. All right, guys. Mwah. I love you, Aries. Have a great one, and we'll see you later. We'll see you next year. Bye. All right. Hello, Taurus. Let's jump on in. Let's see what we got for you here. Gonna pop out. Gonna pick out, I should say, pick out 3 cards for your themes here, your theme for 2026. Hopefully some great things. I really hope you are having a great end of the year, but I hope even more that you have an amazing 2026 next year, right? You feel me? Let's go a couple more shuffles. I just talked Aries' ear off, so I did like an almost 20-minute reading, so I'm really hoping that we can keep this um within range for you, within a reasonable range. So let's do one more and then we'll go ahead and start getting more cards here. Okay. What do we got here? Spirits, guides, theme, Taurus. We have upper hand. Okay. So you may be finally gaining an upper hand on a situation, maybe an upper hand on some like feelings, understanding some feelings. These stick together. We have spring. Oh, aren't you a spring baby, Taurus? That's beautiful. You could be dealing with someone else who's also born in spring, or this could be just a theme of spring, right? Life popping up, giving energy. It's funny, I said life, and then here we have giving energy, life giving energy. Interesting how that came out. Oh, and look at that. Taking energy. Giving energy versus taking energy. Springing ahead and going forward only with what gives you the upper hand. I gotta see what's under that. Mental health. So watch maybe your mental health this year. It's a year of being kind to yourself, Chris. Fueling what gives you life-giving energy, what springs you forward, what makes you feel good, what you know what I mean? That's what somehow it feels like that's what gains you the upper hand this year, rather than fueling what's taking energy from you and giving the upper hand away to someone else or something else. Okay, let's see. Spring is also a time where we're planting seeds, we're putting effort into things. I just dropped a card on the floor. Let's see what she is. First, before I turn it over, are we keeping it? No, it just jumped out and then like, yep, we're keeping it. Um, I guess just so you know, I got the yep before I saw that that was the high priestess. But that's funny because I picked her up. She jumped out of my hands and I dropped it. I don't know. I don't think you guys can see that on the floor. Anyway, I dropped her. And here she comes out, flying out in the upright. Okay, we're taking her. Take her. So the high priestess, your intuition kicking in strong this year. Trust your highest self. Trust your gut instinct. It's always the first one. People think that their gut instincts only come along, the intuition only kicks in when like it's a life or death situation, something of that nature. But no, it's with you all the time. It's the thing that tells you I should move that cup off the table. And when you don't, cup coffee spills all over your really important paperwork, right? So just listen and uh it makes it a lot easier. It makes the year a lot easier. We have Eight of Pentacles here in reverse. Okay, let's see how this is going to pop out. We got the Four of Cups. So I want to be honest here, there's a likelihood of missing out on some potential opportunity for some because we are not paying attention, giving maybe too much energy to things that just take energy. You know what I mean? And don't give back. This is about giving to the things that give back to us this year. If it doesn't give back, then it's not worth it. But we also got to be on our toes. We got to be paying attention to what's giving and what's not. Do we have a flipper? I thought we had a flipper. Right. I also heard who. Paying attention to who is giving and who is not as well. Who is giving and who is taking. That's way too many. Okay, we're taking the top. when we're taking the bottom like we do what we do. Five of Cups in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse as our underlying energy. Let's see what we got. World card reversed, Four of Wands reversed. Yep, tilling the soil. So this is also a year for some, your instincts are going to lead you to where we need to till the soil up a little bit. Aries got a very similar message of trimming and cutting the fat, right? But this is specifically something that has been making things harder for you, making things tougher, sluggish throughout your years. It's time to it almost feels like a tower card, but it's also a little bit of catch up as well. It almost feels like we till the soil so that we can plant the seeds. If we don't till, what we plant doesn't grow anyway, right? Your intuition has been telling you something, or will be, thank you, Spirit, will be telling you something this year at where we need to be paying attention and where it's okay to not be paying attention. I feel like that's going to come. Maybe that's going to come by spring. Thank you. For some, it's a timeline. But it's very much about gaining the upper hand in your personal world here. Two fours, we're talking eight, we're talking cycles of money and your personal power here, love. For some, you've been giving your power away, stuck in a cycle, and Spirit is asking you to spring out of it this year. This is the year we wrap up that loose, I almost wanted to say that loose pain. Take it as it resonates for you, okay? What do I want to clarify? Definitely want to clarify this Ace of Pentacles, because for some of you, your intuition, if you're not paying attention, an opportunity does slip away. And it does feel like, in that case, it might take a little while to regain a foothold from something. This is a year of very important decisions. It's a year here, Taurus, of being very connected to your highest self. To complete the big things, right? But I also feel like to sustain the little things as well, okay? So I want to clarify here. This Ace of Pentacles first. And let's go World card, and then we'll see where we're at. What is Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Landed on the floor. I heard take it, so we're taking it. It is the Two of Swords in reverse. Let's get one more for that. So for some of you, it's going to be hard to make this decision. It's been hard to make a decision, or there's a decision that we're very reluctant to make, or been reluctant, right, to make, that is absolutely necessary. We need to complete that cycle. It's another thing about 2026, and I didn't mention this for Aries, but I will for you, and hopefully I'll remember for everybody else. But we're dealing with a 10 in numerology, right? 2 and 2 and 6. And 10s are endings. So for a lot of us, this is major transformations this year if we allow ourselves to go there. So I'm being drawn back to the upper hand. How much power do you want over your life? Right? I mean, Taurus, I know you, baby. You want all of it. And don't we all? And you should, because it's your life. So it does feel like you've been giving, you will be giving here, you will be given here, thank you, Spirit, an opportunity to make a very high level decision, one that has been scary. It also may rewrite this Ace of Pentacles. Remember, all we're doing is keeping that a timeline as it currently sits. Going forward, this can always turn around. Though we're talking endings, right? The World card in reverse is something not yet completed, but it feels like there's a decision here, loves. There's a decision having to do with a loss or paying attention before a loss hits or something of that nature, or just making a decision. Thank you, Spirit, that you've known for a long time has needed to be made because it could be a cycle that just keeps repeating. I do feel like, you know, you you're a you're a giving person. You're a loving, kind person, Taurus. When you have, and I know you love your luxury, so I know you gots. And when you gots, you give. Empress, see, loving, nurturing, giving motherly energy, right? So you are a giver, and maybe sometimes you give too damn much of yourself, Taurus. This is a year to maybe reinvest really highly back in self. We have judgment here. This is clarifying our world reversed. Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. That is you. Eight of Cups reversed, Six of Swords reversed, and Ten of Swords reversed. So this does feel like a close call or gosh, this does feel like Aries a little bit. That's funny because we did have the Knight and the King popping out for Aries as well. But what's striking me about it is the close call and this like impeccable timing, this like hit, this like near miss sort of energy that I'm getting from this Ten of Swords reversed. But it's like just in the nick of time, a decision is made, maybe to walk away. A decision is made to go lightly on yourself, to reinvest somewhere else, to reinvest even in yourself here, Taurus, and it changes your luck. Then I feel like it builds you up from the root up rather than having these relationships that take from you, right? Two of Wands in reverse has definitely been some reluctance, and that reluctance will continue to make a decision. Oh, sorry. There has been some reluctance to make a decision, and that reluctance continues into 2026, if I'm just being honest, until your gut instincts go off and you decide to notice your hidden strategies, hidden resources, maybe notice that the time has come to make that decision and there's no getting around it now, like it just needs to be done. And doing that, and in doing that, we gain the upper hand, giving energy back to ourselves, giving energy back to the soil, right? Tilling the soil up, clearing the space, tilling the soil this year, and maybe even for some starting over and planting new seeds in certain relationships, in certain things that have just been taken from you, loves. Okay. And I think your honest key here, really quick before we end, your honest key to gaining that upper hand is your intuition, which will not steer you wrong this year in 2026. So listen to your highest level judgment, and you literally can't go wrong. Have no fear, of course. Okay. All right, yours was pretty cut and dry. I like that. I'm going to move on now to Gemini. And I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope you got a lot out of it, Taurus. Just remember your power in the situation and remember to follow that gut instinct. And there are times, I do want to say as well, when we want to give and we just can't or we shouldn't. And making the choice not to is really the choice for self-love. Okay. All right, loves. I love you, Taurus and lot. Have an absolutely wonderful new year. You take care, and I will see you next year, baby. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed the reading, and I'll catch you on the flip side on a Gemini. Bye. All right, hello, Geminis. Let's jump in here. Let's get your themes for 2026. Ooh, I sure hope you've been doing great out there in the world, loves. Let's see what we got for you. 2026 themes for Gemini. I tried to get poppers off of these for Aries, and that didn't work. So they just went everywhere. So, um, oh, and it didn't knock down my sign. So we're just gonna be pulling them out. pull them. That's usually how I gotta go with this step. Let's get a couple more here, Gemini. Thank you for being patient with me. Couldn't help but notice highly self-aware there. Let's see what we have for you. On this here, what do we have for Gemini? 2026. And here, round two. Round two. Doing something over again. Well, let's see. Maybe it's a good thing, and maybe not. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, secret admirer. Okay. First thing I'm getting is someone on the outskirts watching you go around two with somebody else. Could be a fight, like some sort of spat this year. Could be over a secret admirer energy. Remember, these are generals, so you only take what fits for you. Leave the rest behind, Geminis. Okay, whoa, that's a lot. You're only supposed to get 3. But we take what spirit gives us, loves. Yes. I'm being very drawn to the A's, triple A. Okay. Watch your car. Stay on top of your car this year. You don't want to get to a point where you gotta get triple A to come pick you up. Physical health. Now, who was it? Taurus had mental health. But we have physical health here. So physical health of your car is still physical health, but you might want to also watch your actual physical health. Take care of yourself this year, Gemini. 2026. We don't want to go round two on something that wasn't pleasant the first time, especially if it had to do in some way with our physical health, right? Like, don't run too fast, just go nice and slow this year, is what it feels like. So we have analysis paralysis and adjustments are needed. Analysis paralysis, normally I get that someone is stuck in some type of mode that they shouldn't be in, right? Like just overthinking and not getting out of this, just thinking about it, never actually doing it or taking any action. But for some of you, I feel like that's maybe a good idea. Like I normally don't get that like thinking about things. I'm getting more thinking about things and going slow and being prepared is better than not. Because you might just get out of something with impeccable timing before it has you calling AAA. You feel me? Does that make sense? But there's something that you're going round two again. You're round two here this year, Gemini. Adjustments are needed. Now, we don't have to go round two, right? That is just something. I'm always going to be honest with what I see, right? So it appears that that's something that we're just doing, but you don't have to be. Adjustments are needed. Adjustments are yours to make. For some of you, you may be the secret admirer. Who knows? Others of you have a secret admirer. Others of you, it may be, there's a secret admirer involved, and you don't have to go round to where you've been at or round two. Yeah, it has something to do with this middleman energy. Let's see what we got here, Gemini. Been a little overwhelmed here. Maybe that's another reason if it does feel overwhelming, that's why we should take it slow. Like the timing and the pacing are also in your hands. Okay. 2026 for Geminis. What is coming up, Geminis, this year? To go round two is your choice to keep it a secret, is your choice, or to be in secrecy is your choice. But whatever decision you make, just think about it. Think about it. I heard, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Ten of Pen, or sorry, whoop, whoop, whoop. I saw this ace and it made me say Ten of Pentacles. It's Ten of Cups reversed. I did get a little family discord or a little bit of unsettling, troubling times because, round two again could be a fight, but this is, something is maybe unsteady in the home. Interesting. Six of Swords just came out with my sleeve there. Something coming out of somebody's sleeve, out from up under somebody's sleeve here in 2026. That's quite symbolic, especially with Secret Admirer. Somebody likes you, loves you, somebody admires who and what you are, Gemini. Like, somebody admires you. It needs to be said. With the Six of Swords in reverse, especially facing conflict within like a home or a family this year, it does feel like we're looking, instead of gaining peace and leaving the situation, we're going right towards some form of conflict. Gemini. But again, this is all your decisions. Analysis paralysis this year may be good for you to stop and think before we do. Empress, beautiful energy. Motherly energy, growth here. Nurturing. It's time for somebody to grow up. Gemini, if that's you, I'm sorry to put it that way. I hope that doesn't, but there's something here finally forming. We want to make sure it's something good. Yeah, I mean, something is being produced out of this. Something is growing or someone is growing this year in 2026. A lot of growing up happening this year for you or someone around you, someone very important here, Gemini, in 2026. That is just too many. So we're going to do what we do. We're going to take the top and the bottom. Like we do what we do. Seven of Cups here. Yeah, Five of Wands. Was that Seven of Cups in the upright? Yeah. Seven of Cups. A lot of confusion, some confusion, and a lot of drama this year. I'm not going to sugarcoat that shit. But you do have an option. Hang in here, hanging man, hang in the middle. Ace of Wands reversed. You have a choice that I don't think you see. There's no way to get out of something. Piscean energy, Taurus and Libra on the table as well. I don't believe I said that, but I should have. And we've got this hanging man right next to this ace. So I do feel a lot of anger this year. I do feel a lot of anger or frustration or a lack of passion and desire because we're stuck in something. But it is about what you're viewing specifically or what you're seeing specifically. Hangman here, hanging man is tied into a perspective. So for some of you, it could be the perspective that's causing the drama. Others of you, it's the family problems, it's the secret admirer maybe, or the round two. This continuum, or this continuation. Thank you, Spirit. That's the words I was looking for. It's continuation of an ongoing or already existing issue, something we've been tied in. So I'm also getting with this Ace of Wands reverse, someone's passion, someone's hormones, someone's something, right? You may need to reel something in here. Go a little slower this year, Gemini, or somebody needs to, because you don't want to get tied up into something else. Okay? Holy cow, what do we clarify here? Excuse me. Excuse me, Gemini. I just got the wind knocked out of me. Okay, we gotta speed this up a little bit more here. But let's see what we have. What do we want to clarify? Somebody is stuck in a perspective that could be fueling this desire, this anger, this feeling of a fight, or this lack of it. Yeah, let's get the hanging man here. Let's get more information on the Hanging Man, and then we'll go from there. Because it does feel like, well, that's what we're stuck in, or that's what we're perpetuating, or we get out of something and then we wrangle ourselves into something else. Somebody wants to get wrangled here with you, Gemini. They want to get all entangled in something that they might not want to. It feels like it causes further problems, or it fuels the fire that doesn't need to be there, because adjustments are needed and you have the control of said adjustments, right, Les? That's too many. It's just many. I heard top and bottom. Okay, Spirit, you call it. We see the Fool and the Ace of Cups here. Ace of Cups is love. A restart, a new start, a new beginning. See what we have. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords in the classic tarot does have a little bit of a different inclination than it does here. Um, this is hoarding for self-protection. There's something kept in secret for self-protection. Now, whether that's your secret or somebody else's, Gemini, somebody is admiring you either way, right? That energy feels very strong for you. That also comes with this Ace of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Swords here in reverse under that. So yeah, letting go of the worry and letting go of the idea that we need a persona, or we need to be stuck into something, or we need to perpetuate something in our lives. You know what I mean? There's a different way to look at this. There's a different decision that could be made. I do see two. I don't know what that is for you, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be having to leave your job because a coworker falls in love with you, or you know, something of that nature, right? I'm not in your business. I don't know. But there's definitely a decision here that needs to be made this year. So, remember to go slow, Gemini, because when we do the Seven of Swords energy, this does feel like we're in self-protection mode, or we're hiding for a reason, or we're not getting out for a reason. We're not getting out of something for a reason. For some of you, right? So, but it does feel like we have there's a way of sinking it, making it worse, sinking deeper into that energy. Got to make a choice. We got to cut the tie. But we also have to, I heard fuel, so we also have to not fuel the drama that is happening this year. There is something new. There is some new way of looking at things, or some new vibration of love that also plays to this Empress as well. This is giving love and nurturing not only to a situation, maybe to a restart itself, but also to thyself, right? We can't give if we're not taking care of ourselves. I want to see the Empress has come out for all three of you, Aries, Taurus, and you, Gemini. I might be wrong, but I think it has. Anyway, making a choice. Just in time, making a very, very crucial, very, very important decision to either cut ties out of something, or to stop putting on persona, or to stop like this need to feel like in a cage or in a cell. It was so protective mode. Now it could be because of this chaos around you that makes you want to hunker down and do that. For a lot of you, because of round two, I feel like we've already been doing this, so I don't feel like that's the case, but it could be. For the majority of you, I feel like there's a very distinct decision of fueling the fire and fueling the flames, or not. And there may be a secret admirer caught in the middle of this, but there's definitely a need to go slow and rethink before you make rash decisions. Okay? Yeah. All right, Gemini, I'm going to cut it here. I think. I really hope that helped you gain some clarity in the upcoming year ahead. Remember, the decision is yours. Um, I heard perpetuation is key. Perpetuation is also yours. Whatever that means for you, it's very much your decision. It's your momentum and your vibration of what direction you want to go. Do you want to go round two, or do we not? 2026 is a year of endings. 2, 2, and 6 is 10. So a year of endings and completions. But it also means that we can't need, we have to realize there's no need to hide. Now, if there is a need to hide, then there should not be a need to hide. You feel me? And those are the seeds we want to see grow this year. Okay, let's. Yeah. All right, Gemini. I really hope that helps you. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Take care. Have a wonderful and happy and amazing new year. Do me a favor, give me a like if you enjoyed this video. And peace, loves. I'll see you next year. On to Cancer now. Hello, Cancers. All right, happy New Year. Let's jump in. Ooh, let's see what we have for you, loves. 2026, baby. I feel like we've just gone through so much. Gosh, 2025 was crazy. I mean, everything since 2020. Anyway, you learn from every experience. Maybe that's part of a theme, part of the theme, part of something we will have to learn or go through. More of that this year. Hopefully not, but let's see. Let's get a couple more shuffles here for you, Cancers. Thank you for being so patient. One. Highly self-aware. Beautiful. Highly self-aware for you at the bottom of the deck, starting in 2026 off right with that one. I like that. Okay, what do we have? What are the themes for Cancer for 2026? What are our themes? Sleight of hand. Okay, a little bit of tricky magician energy going on there. A little bit of look over here. Let's see. Authentic self. Well, interesting. We're talking people being sneaky. And here we have authentic self. So for some of you, that might come up. But also, harsh realization. Thank you, Spirit. That every time we're not being our authentic selves, we're kind of using our little tricks on other people, aren't we? Kind of sleight of handing. We're kind of over here. Look at only this. Look at only what we want you to look at. So we're doing that to them when we're not being our authentic self. That's fascinating. Thank you, Spirit. Heavy hearted. Okay. Highly self aware and heavy hearted, instantly drawn to the H's here for you. The goal is to be very highly self aware in order to lighten the load or the heart space. Okay. Very much H's, H's, H's. What is that, the 8? Am I tripping? A, B, C. Yeah, the 8th letter of the alphabet. So we do the talking some cycles here. S's as well. I'm not counting that one out. All right, Cancer. Stop being silly here. Heavy-hearted. Another thing about being heavy-hearted is not only are we carrying a load in the heart space from the past, a lot of pain, but that is also the burden becomes heavier, and it becomes worse when we're not being ourselves. Like it's easier to tell people we're, we're just not in the greatest way today, we're just not in the vibe than it is to create heaviness in our heart space by, you know, trucking along anyway, you feel me? Then we're sleight of handing ourselves. Wow, this can go so many different ways. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Yes, authentic self coming in the middle. It's very important. I really want to say to have the confidence. I really want to say there's confidence issue or maybe a feeling of emotional safety because you are who you are, Cancer, right? We know that's very important. Safety is very important. Home and family. So if you happen to be a Cancer who feels as though love is not or will not be there for them if they're not putting on a charade, or the more they're their authentic self, the more people push them away. I really feel maybe you're associating, if that's actually true, you're associating yourself with the wrong folks. That's probably not your soul tribe. And you should maybe take 2026 to find your soul tribe. That will also lighten your heart space. But I want to say you're very much, if that's not true, you're very much, if that's not your case, you are loved for who you are, Cancer. And all those beautiful things about you, all those quirks, you should have confidence. You feel me? All those beautiful quirks are what make you who you are. And we love who you are, Cancer. Okay? uh, some of you, this is also about hiding your pain from others. And that is being inauthentic. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Others of you, you have someone around you that may be trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Three of Swords, reverse the pain. Pain. The pain, the pain, the pain. Oh, now is a year to shed the skin, the old skin of pain, to lighten that heart space here, Cancer. Why do I feel like the heart space is so important? I really feel like this recovery, this may just be a year of deep recovery for you, but I feel like it's prepping you for something coming later. Like you need a good heart, a good strong heart now, because it's going to be tested later, or it's going to be maybe utilized later, or it's going to be filled up later. Here, Emperor, can't help but notice the Emperor, Aries energy. Emperor is an entrepreneurial energy, but it's also a father, a boss, a stern masculine. We keep ending up with this Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Look at, there you are. That is your card, Cancer, with the Chariot. This is victory this year. Victory over pain, victory over your past, victory over feeling like you can't be authentic. Yeah, baby, this may very well be the year that you bust out of your own chain, if you so choose, if you so desire. Cancer. The choice is yours. Um, 2026, numerologically speaking, breaks down to a 10, right? We're talking endings, we're talking completions. It is the year where something can get better. Your heart, the most important thing of all. Emotional safety coming in very strong as well. I want to say for a lot of you, you're more emotionally safe than you may feel that you are. Death card reversed. I heard utilize. Hold on. Utilize? Utilizing the pain? Utilizing the death of something as a jumping pad? As a leaping point? Maybe even as a baseline for some. But this is the year we finally get over something. For some of you, it does have to do with actual death, the death of someone very close to your heart. Something is weighed heavy on your heart. This is the year that we break free of that pain. It's very important that you allow that. You're not slighting anyone by not still living in pain, Cancer. This life, though not always pleasant and always comfortable, is not meant to be horrible, right? We know it's horrible at times, but it's not like we're doing bad to others if we're not just constantly suffering. You feel this is kind of how this is coming out. You feel me? Like you're not meant to be heavy-hearted, full of worry, full of dread and pain and anguish, and you know what I mean? You're not supposed to feel that way. And not feeling that way doesn't mean that you're shysting someone, you feel me? Or that karma is gonna come and whack you with one. You are the keeper of your own karma. What the hell would you ever have done that would deserve karma? Your highest self to say, okay, you need to be checked a little bit. I I know you, Cancer, and I know your love, and I know who you are, and I don't see that as being part of who you are. I don't know you personally, but I know you well enough to know that. And that's if I had to put money down, that's what I would bet on. We got Queen of Pentacles here. So your energy here, Scorpio, Queen of Pentacles, some Earth energy with Leo here. Sun card in reverse. So there's definitely some things we have to pay attention to this year. But I really want to say it's very directly within your heart space. I also want to say it refocuses you on what's actually important. Getting over something brings a level of success for some, a new opportunity for some, or restabilization for others. Maybe on later on down the year, it's like now you feel good about being yourself. Now you feel good about being stable and secure in your energy. It's okay to shine. Sarah, you're so sweet. It's okay to shine. When you are yourself, that's when you shine the brightest. Um, Allowing ourselves to be saddened is okay, but not ever coming out to be bright again, that's not okay. The world needs you. The world needs your shine. The world needs, source needs your experience, love. And I just want to reiterate, we love who you are. Okay, and there's success in you as you are. But something has been weighing you down because it's been hurting you or hard to process. And I feel like this is the year where we get over that. I'm not sure what we're clarifying just yet. King of Cups in reverse, very tender-hearted. There's something that had you in your feels, in your feelers, feeling maybe not very emotionally supported or feeling a little bit emotionally drained or emotions all over the place. Now, in all due fairness, this could be in relation to um, maybe work, right? There are certain endeavors this year and that need to go, certain things that need to go, and certain things that we've been holding on to that just no longer need, we no longer need to give to those things. Just feel like you've been carrying a heaviness with you for a long time. Okay, Cancer, I'm just going to be honest, and this is the year that finally breaks. But for some of you, it all happens within 1 year. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But for many, many of you, this does feel like something that's already happened. When we find a lesson in it, we find a blessing in it. Okay, let's go ahead and quickly clarify here. Some part of me really, really wants to clarify the Sun card in reverse. So let's do that and clarify more on this. Um, well, I can't really say more on. I just kind of placed him there. But some on that Death card just as well. Tell me more about the Sun card in reverse for Cancer. It's important that we go with the highest level vibration this year, but also that we're paying attention, that we're seeing clearly. What is Sun card reversed? You have to allow there to be innocence. I do feel like you've beat yourself up over something. That one wants to be seen too. Eight of Swords. It is your choice. Okay, good. It's only one. Eight of Swords here. So definitely a blindedness. When the sun gets too hot, we turn on the blinders. So there may be something here that you've been purposely afraid to look at. And I think it is that pain. Four of Pentacles reversed. King of Swords, Two of Wands. For some, you've been afraid to look at the pain because you're afraid that it's going to shed some part of you or change your finances, or change your path, or force you into making a different decision that's been really uncomfortable for you to make. Others of you, it's like you've been afraid maybe to choose that authenticity, choosing to shine bright It's like maybe you've had some type of security blanket over you. Spirit is like advising this year to take the blanket off, come out of your shell, heal your heart. For some, your heart heals the more you trust others, the more you are yourself and get positive result from that. It feels like the more you're able to come out of some type of encasement or some type of shell. Four of Wands here with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Something does work out for you here. The Three of Pentacles, slow and steady build up to something with this Four of Wands that's good news, something that's stable. So this is a year here, Cancer, of allowing yourself forward movement in order to gain stability. Selfishness um, sometimes we do things that we think are selfish, but they're not selfish. Like we have to do these things, right? Like, is it selfish of you to take a bath every day? Oh no, you need a shower. You know what I mean? So this really is coming off like you've been way too harsh on yourself or way too afraid to be yourself. Carrying old wounds that no longer need to be there. This year brings good news for some of you, an engagement, um, an opening of heart space. I do feel like some sort of, not that you need it, Cancer, but I do feel like some sort of outside validation. Like the more we start lightening up to ourselves, being ourselves, the more outside validation you get from other people that says, we like you anyway, Cancer. We love you. We're here for you. It's okay if you're vulnerable for a little while. We'll help you get through it. The more you start to realize that it's okay to be yourself, to solidify in yourself. And the more that happens, the more people are attracted to you, right? The more good news comes your way, the more opportunities open up, and the more success you have, right? So this can very well easily be a year of shedding those layers, facing that pain, and allowing yourself to feel good, to really feel good this year, Cancer. It is your choice. But the first key to that is opening up, accepting yourself for who you are, and dealing with what's been really, really heavy in your heart space. Okay, Les? Cancer, I'm going to call it there. I hope that helps you. I hope that gains you get some clarity on how this year might roll a little bit and put the choice and the power back in your hands, Liz. It is your life. It is for you. And it's about time we start living it that way. Okay, Cancer, give me a like if you enjoyed this video. I really hope you have the best New Year's. And until I see you next year, mwah, I love you. Peace, love, and light. We'll see you. All right. Hello, Leos. Let's jump on in. Yes, it's a different day, so I am wearing different clothes. You're not tripping. You're not tripping. I was trying to record this all last night, but my baby woke up, so here we are the next day. Round two, picking up where we left off. So let's jump in for you, Leo. Let's see what we got for you. Hopefully some beautiful, amazing things in 2026. Let's see. We're gonna get three themes, and then we'll go in depth with the cards. Yes. What do we have for Leos? What do we have for Leos? Okay. Here we go, loves. Let's see what we got for you. Themes for 2026 for your babies. Hopefully some great things. That's it. Midway point. Midway point. Okay, so you're halfway there to something. To some goal, to some resolution here. Winter. Winter, that's funny because when I was pre-shuffling before I began recording, winter jumped out at me. Um, Not out of the deck, obviously, but visually. You could be dealing with someone, you know, uh, in winter, right? Someone who's born in winter, who has that winter energy, but winter is a reflection, right? So I do want to say you're halfway there to realizing something. Like winter is a reflective period. We take time, we take down time to think. You feel me? So winter itself next year could be very symbolic. It could be this year that kicks off 2026 for you. as a heavy significance, or it could just be the energy of reflection itself. You feel me? Like this could be, maybe you've learned something. Maybe you will learn something. Okay, we got two for you left. We have speak up and rest is needed. For some of you, I want to say, you do want to have rest here in 2026. You do want to prioritize that, even if you have to speak up about it. I almost wanted to say demand, but you don't have to be demanding, but speak up about it, be vocal about what you've realized here, maybe about yourself. But rest is needed. You could be midway point to some sort of breakdown. You feel me? We have adjustments are needed at the bottom of the deck. So definitely prioritize your rest this year in 2026. Don't stress yourself so much. Don't work so hard. I understand we all feel like we have to, you know? But with this coming out like that, rest is needed. You could be halfway to that point where if something happens where you have to, you know what I mean? Like you catch a really bad cold or something, and then you have to rest. Right now it's a choice. But it does mean you have to be vocal about it. Your energy with the sun card. Yeah. As I split the deck, that really stands out to me as well, that you may be halfway to some sort of inner understanding, or something is going to click for you this year in 2026. There could be a conversation for some of you coming out of that as well. Meaningful. I heard like a deep, meaningful conversation for some of you. For some of you, something, ooh, hold on. For some of you, something you were so close to coming towards speaking up about that maybe you held back, and with winter here kind of placed yourself in, or re-solidified some sort of pain within yourself, right? Well, you're getting, if that's the case, you're being given another chance this year, right? I heard cycles repeat, cycles repeat. Okay, let's see what we got for you for 2026. World card there, obviously. Just got chills. Yeah, let's see what we got. Okay, one more. You're telling me one more. 2026. Or Leo is there. Well, that is a lot. I don't think I could take many. Let's see what we see what we have. Page of Wands here in reverse. We have a Eight of Cups here coming out sideways. You know that means it could go either way. Two of Cups. Some sort of partnership here attached to the devil. Okay. Could just be dealing with a Capricorn for some of you. This is a lot more than everybody else got. Whew. Obviously, we're not going to be able to clarify all these cards anyway. Queen of Wands could be your fire energy there, loves. But very heavy Aries for me. Hermit in reverse. Tower card. Justice in reverse. So this is, first of all, what's standing out to me is this is going to be a pretty big year for you. You've got a lot of majors. So Virgo energy also on the table. Scorpio, and Justice in reverse. So for some of you, I want to say this could be a work partnership this year being tested. Tested. There could be a massive realization. Like I really feel that there's a massive realization. And it's funny how Hermit card landed here in reverse underneath Speak Up. That's standing out to me as well, because it's almost like you're really going to have to come out of your comfort zone, gain confidence to face something that's been really, really important. Uh-huh. Tower card and Justice in reverse. It's really interesting how this is looking. Could be a work partnership, right? But could be also a romantic partnership. I'm always going to be honest with what I see here, Leo. Now, when a devil comes out in a reading, especially when it's attached to a partnership or relationship card. But what we're looking at here is maybe some sort of toxic bond, maybe some sort of trauma bond. Yes, we love each other, we get along, but it's shrouded in some sort of chaos or devilish energy or a lack of freedom of choice. But it's funny because we think we're choosing this, but there's actually a lack of freedom of choice. Okay. So this can also be in relation to where you're working, who you're working for, maybe the trade that you're working in. Something here this year is really dawning on you potentially that it's losing its luster for some of you. It's no longer exciting. It no longer, I heard it no longer pays the bills. That's funny. But maybe for some, it's no longer interesting, no longer peaks. There's nothing, nothing fun about this. It almost feels a little bit daunting. And it's in relation to something somebody's had to work on, okay, or some trade of work. But it's really going to take your confidence to speak up about what it is you learned this year or what it is that you already know. Okay, it is involving some lack of freedom of choice. But I do feel like you turn your own tide, darling, because there is, I'm just going to be honest, there is a choice. There's always a choice. Two of Wands in reverse, it's like the choice is inadvertently being made. Like you don't realize that this might be not the best connection or not the best endeavor for you. And there might be a little bit of a shakeup, which may feel unfair at first, but really everything that happens in our lives is always for our greatest good. And that is so hard to understand, but it's something that maybe we need to reflect on, potentially through meditation and rest here. Some of you maybe want, may you, Leo, you're not going to like this, but some of you may want to take like a solo vacation or time away from a partner who may be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit overbearing, a little controlling, or some sort of, there might be some sort of toxic, maybe even toxic confidence level. Like maybe somebody is too confident in themselves. Maybe they take too many risks and they're testing the universe with your luck on your behalf because you're involved here, okay? Can go in a multitude of different ways. Let's get some clarifiers out. Whew. The Tower card is a sudden realization, a change, a transformation. Things need to be torn down with the Tower card. Uh, so that we can recalibrate and begin all over again on a more sturdy foothold. You feel me? When the devil's involved, not only does he take away your freedom of choice, he gives you, this intoxicating feeling of being in power when you're not, but also there's a whole multitude of chaos and toxicity that the devil brings. Addictions, afflictions, jealousy, codependency, being really tied into something. But it's funny that it comes out with the Two of Cups. It almost feels like we choose this. Have we realized yet, Leo, maybe for some of you that you're no longer choosing this, or somebody is no longer choosing this? There's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Let's clarify the devil here. Why is the devil showing up in 2026? Of all years, why 2026? For my Leos, they're dealt with. It needs to be dealt with. We have the star. There's a releasing here. There's some blessing here. There's a higher wish, a higher level vibration, a higher level essence. Maybe for some you got swept away in shooting a bit too low because you didn't want to be some sort of narcissist, and so you shot lower than you should have. Page of Cups reversed. This is no longer in alignment. Potentially for some, this started out so nice and so good, whatever this is, a person, a job, or whatever. You pick your pony, love. Maybe that's part of the reflection. Maybe later in the year you figure out what this is for you, but it started out so pure, so innocent, so beautiful. For some of you, this is a childhood wounding that we have that makes us continue to go back to somebody toxic or stay in something toxic. And it does feel like maybe a bit of bad news. I got to be honest with the 2 pages. Thank you, Spirit. The 2 pages in reverse. But I'm not telling you this to discourage you. I'm telling you this to inspire you, love. to inspire you. What is under that? The Magician. Yeah, I knew there was a reason. Thank you, Spirit. I knew there was a reason I had to look under. There's a higher level vibration that can be found here through reflection and indeed through rest, maybe even a break from somebody. It is in those key moments, and that may be part of this Hermit card as well, that if we continue to not pull away from someone or pull away into hiding for some, and take that downtime of rest, something catches up and it's not pretty, you feel me? And it's like not what we want, and it's not what you deserve. But it is like a subconscious choice being made in accordance with you and the universe, right? Like your highest self, it almost feels like, is coming to kick in with this Justice card and the Tower, or somebody around you to balance out the situation at all costs. But it doesn't have to get to that point. You feel me, Leo? Like it really don't have to get to that point. You do have a choice to put the brakes on that as well. And the key there is speaking up, listening even maybe to your inner child, those deep inner feelings that we kind of like bury ourselves in work and like work through, but not really work through. We pacify over, we distract ourselves from. And that's why here, Leo, it's really important this year that you gain that healing. I want to say that deep, deep healing that you need. And I really want to say as well that it locks you free from something that you maybe even didn't know was binding you so much. You feel me? Let's clarify the Tower. And let's get one for Justice in reverse as well. Why is the Tower here? Oh, no, no, no. That's too many. Top and bottom. Ah, okay. Top and bottom, like we do what we do. We got the Hierophant here and the Knight of Wands. Queen of Swords. Be discerning. There is like a, there is definitely a very high vibration of cutting something out or cutting something off this year. Definitely. Knight of Wands with the Hierophant. I know that you made a commitment, and I know you haven't wanted to just bone out, right? Like that's not what Leo does, right? Leo takes his commitments with him. She, him, yeah, they take their commitments with them, right? But it feels like either a partnership deeply, deeply has to change. Your inner workings deeply, deeply have to change, or your work has to change this year. I know you made a commitment and you haven't wanted to go elsewhere, but there's somewhere else that you're being prompted to be. And it's gotten to that point, it feels like, where there's something higher for you as well that we have to start over in some capacity level. It's just that time. Oh, yeah, you know what? Duh. 2026, the vibration of 10 endings, but also new beginnings, right? We will have the next stage. We will go into the next stage naturally from that. How many more, please, about Justice in reverse? For some of you, this devil is desire, it's dynamics, it's with that childhood wounding, it's also like childhood childhood learned behavior. You know, you may be needing to meet someone halfway and rush in to kind of re-spark things with somebody. Not the one that's got the toxic bond, though. Someone who can help you get through this toxic energy, right? But maybe you're solo on your toxic energy and you got to rely on somebody. But I do feel this like you rushing in to fix something, like a deep desire to not want to leave somebody or something hanging. So your last ditch effort here would be to take a break and to speak up on what you realize during that break. It might even for some of you be that you got to be the one to put your foot down a little bit. Okay? All right. That made sense. I hope that came out right. Sometimes I get bombarded with so many messages all at once. Um, yeah, Ten of Swords. Um, yeah, that I don't know if I fully got that out. We have the Fool here, Eight of Cups reversed, Page of Swords. A new decision must be made. Even if we have to relearn something, even if we have to go back to the drawing board, clarifying our justice in reverse, something has not been right. And it won't be right in the new year, loves. Just being real, it won't be. Um, New Year's isn't like we drop the ball and we reset the clock and then all the problems go away, and all of a sudden we're on a different timeline. We got to, it's like a make your bed lie in it sort of situation. So if you've been dealing with people who are making bad beds, you're lying down with them, and that includes work as well. You feel me? I think this is all making sense. But it comes a point where we have to recalibrate, even if it means learning a lesson, even if it means becoming the student again when we were once the teacher, even if it means um, being uh, having to start over in thought and in the basics of innocence, of purity, of forgiveness. The Fool. You're a loyal. Oh, you're just loyal. Oh, you that lion. You loyal as a lion, love. I gotta cut this off. I'm talking too much. But you want to carry this loyalty into the new year, something has to change. The devil has got to go in this connection. The trade has to change. We have to purge and figure things out and realign this, that which will be realigned. And it feels like without your permission here, love, whether you like it or not. And that's not coming out bad. I mean, you have every discerning, you have every option available to you. You can definitely change this. You can definitely change this. You have all the power to do so. Um, but it does require facing what you've been loyal to, what you've committed to, who we've committed to, and maybe asking yourself, does that need a change? Even if it's like a commitment to some story that we've had since we were children. You feel me? And it could for some of you, because it's a general reading, go back that deep. It could definitely go back that deep. And this is the year where we contemplate and we pick a new path away from this cat, away from this energy, as far away from this as we can. And this is the year where we realign our own karma. We realign our own path because we cause the endings for ourselves. We give ourselves those resting periods. We figure out where that devil lies and we speak up about it and we change. We change it. You feel me? Oh, best of luck, Leos. I really hope that helps you gain some clarity in the new year. Best of luck to you, loves. Mwah! Happy New Year's. And as always, peace, love, and light to you guys. I'll see you next year. Love you guys. Hello, my Virgos. Let's jump in here. Let's see what we got for you for 2026. Oh, and yes, it is actually the next day, so I did change my clothes. You're not tripping. I am wearing something different. I was going to record this all in one go last night. But my toddler woke up. My baby woke up. So, c'est la vie. We continue. Show must go on. So, yay. Let's see what we have. Hopefully, some great things for you, girls. I sure hope you're doing very, very well. Happy New Year. Let's see. Ooh, let's get a couple more. Give a good shuffles here. Yes, Happy New Year. Hoping for good things for you, Virgos. They've been kind of hit and miss. I think, a whole year is a whole year. We're going to have ups and we're going to have downs. Feel me? All right. And on that note, we have working against you at the bottom of the deck here. Make sure you're discerning about who you let into your social circle or into your heart this year. Impeccable timing. Ooh, impeccable timing. It feels like I was like, give up. Like just before you give up on something, So don't give up just yet. For some of you, that's coming out. Woohoo! Ooh, worldly possessions. Well, we like those. Shoot. I mean, a life is not all about worldly possessions by any means. It's actually one of the least important. But we know this economy sucks. This world is sucking right now on funds. So, some worldly possessions kind of sound nice. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, we have desperate times, drastic measures. And we have homemaker. Homemaker is a feminine energy. For me, I'm really, something is telling me I need to whip this out so I don't forget. W's are standing out to me. Now make sure that you don't get so desperate this year for, like we said, worldly possessions are great. That's wonderful. I'd love to see that more for you, especially if you're building a home, right? Um, we have reoccurring cycle as our new underlying energy there. Let's see what we got for you. But be sure that you're not falling into becoming some sort of desperate and creating this drastic, dramatic uh, decisions that maybe aren't in your highest good in order to gain some worldly possessions or kind of keep up on something. You feel me? A homemaker is a feminine energy. For some of you, you have a homemaker that may be working against you in some way. Do take these messages as they resonate, and if they're not for you, do not take them at all. This is merely coming out as a warning. Something also maybe about the love of worldly possessions. Maybe not even your energy, the links that someone is willing to go through, someone around you, works against your highest Virgo because what they're willing to do gets pretty deep, dark, or low. Okay. And here you are trying to build a life, a family, a home, or some, some memories with somebody, maybe. For some of you, right? These messages are all going to be different. Trying to build something here, maybe even just for yourself, but you're working on something. This person's working against you, because they're so desperate for their own. Okay. Let's see what we have. Now, for some of you, home purchase coming out strong, all of a sudden filling it with furniture. And I see picture frames, so memories being built in a new home, potentially. But don't settle. Don't settle. Don't get locked into a contract either. That's gonna yeah, don't get locked in a contract that's going to not be in your highest benefit either. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm talking way too much on these readings. What do we have for? Yeah. Out of desperation to purchase a home, make sure you don't just sign a contract. Okay. Ooh, star card. Aquarian energy. 10 of Cups. Home purchase. Really, 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 really strong. Like really strong for some of you with this beautiful home and family. But you get what you want this year. Just be careful what you wish for. Ooh, that's powerful. Baby, you get what you want this year. It's literally like I'm seeing the magician. You get what you want this year. Just be careful what you wish for because you get what you want. 6 of Wands. Ooh, baby, it's coming out like wow. Also, as you're building your home, your success this year, there's some sort of good news, some sort of announcement. You could be ranking up in some sort of way for some um promotion, I hear. Some sort of means to gain the worldly possessions, but it's not just your ears that are hearing this good news. Everybody around you is hearing this good news, and not all of them may have not all of them may have your highest in mind, right? Some of them might be jealous, okay? Yeah, again, with somebody else's desperation for acclaim or something, okay? And maybe it's the acclaim that you receive this year that gets under their skin. You feel me? 10 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, be careful of investments. time, energy, money, and investments of those natures really, really important for you this year, Virgo, because we don't want to, obviously we don't want to lose out on something, but we also don't want to, gosh, how do I put this? Yeah, thank you, Spirit. We don't want to be so desperate for these worldly possessions that we care more about this than the actual point of it all. So for some of you, that's coming out really heavy. I'm getting bombarded. Putting in work and effort here is really important this year as well. But make sure that the seeds that you're planting are ones of integrity. It's coming out so, so heavy. What will you be remembered for? You want to make sure you have a clean legacy? Yeah, a clean legacy this year. Don't work against yourself. Okay, okay, okay. For my Virgos, what do we have for Virgos? Others of you, it's like we don't have to try so hard. You can allow this to come more naturally. I'm getting like a sand through the finger, slipping through the fingers sort of energy with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Wands. Yes, yes. What we seek, what we desire, we can easily, for some, realize we don't actually want that. Oops. Too late now. Um, but for others of you, very easily pushed out of your way. Now, for others of you, of course, we're going to be making some people kind of upset with our gains this year. Don't let that put you in any kind of mode of desperation, but also something about allowing desperate people to push you into a corner or to act in some type of way around you. You feel me? Like you have goals, you have shit you're trying to get to, and we can't be like letting people take us down a peg. High emotions this year. Do try to keep them in check and keep them steady. Masculine energy here. Maybe somebody tender-hearted. Somebody's feelings get hurt this year. And it could be someone you care about. Um, for some of you. And that's why it stings so bad for others, right? Seven of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. It's really coming out that the less that you care about money, business, that home, buying what you want, does all the Gucci, you know what I mean? All that shit. Like the less you care about that this year, the more you gain the very thing that you don't care about any longer. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like we can allow ourselves here to elevate past somebody's games, but also past the desperation of trying to gain in some way, Virgo. I'm just being honest with what I see. Don't take it if it's not for you. You feel me, bro? But I'm just saying, past this like desire to always have the facials, the hair, that status, that, extra zero on a paycheck. You feel me? Something about the second we let go of the care of it, that's when that shit comes. You will be given what you want this year, but where's your vibration lying, right? That's your choice. Let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles reversed. And then I want to get more info, maybe on the Star card. Let's see. Let's go. Okay, well, tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I hope you can see me shuffling. I have to do it on my lap because otherwise I'll just scatter the cards. And then it just takes time because I want to fix them, I want to fix them up. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Why is Ten of Pentacles reversed for Virgos in 2026? Now, 2026 is, numerologically speaking, is a 10. And as I say that, we have the Death card, Scorpionic energy, endings, right? Endings, completions. Eight of Swords here. Being lost and trapped in the mind, being blinded here. Don't get blinded. Not all that glitters is gold. You know what I mean? Not everything is worth your value either. Not everything is worth your time, your money, your energy either. Um, Something about being lost in thought could take up too much time this year. Also, coming out like the more we bind ourselves to the 3D world, the less like, oh gosh, it anchors us to the 3D world, makes it harder for us to manifest, harder to ascend, but also um, it traps you in this vibration and gets you in this vibration, like this devilish energy. You feel me? Like it's all about superficial things. We want to elevate past the superficial things this year. And it's okay to still want those, and they're wonderful, and it's okay to still build a home and all that jazz. Judgment here in reverse. But just be careful what you're wishing for. Be careful about being anchored down too much to the 3D this year. Magician in reverse. Also watch your judgment here on other people. Watch this year those powers of manipulation. You're very charming. Virgo, you're very charming. It makes you dangerous to someone's heart, potentially. Okay. But also dangerous to yourself because you can easily blind yourself into thinking that chasing the wrong thing is good for you when it's not. Okay. The real success, the real true success comes when we allow our highest, like our heart, our highest heart to help us decide what we really want. Right? Not from a place of, I'm going to get it no matter what. I'm going to manipulate other people. Like, not that I need to be telling you this, but you could also be dealing with a manipulator as well. But, we all go through this wanting to compete and at all costs, and we'll get there and we get what we want. Maybe we'll just say this to our boss, you know, you feel me? And maybe those little times are not the best, right? Maybe we need to change our judgment upon others, our judgment upon ourselves, or change to a vibration where we can make a higher level decision. You feel me? We don't worry about worldly possessions and then worldly possessions come. Nine of Pentacles reversed. But the more we worry about them, the less we have. You feel me? So it very much is about what seeds, vibrational seeds, you're planting this year, as in all years, right, Virgo? But this year it does feel pretty important to what your actual goals are, right? Watch this energy. This is your key to having a really, really wonderful year, is checking up this energy. Keep this energy in check. If this is a person, keep this person away from you. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what has to end here. Others of you, it's within you. You feel me? Like sometimes we go through that. It is very understandable. You also need to be easy on yourself for having made those decisions or go through that at whatever point in the past. If you have, you got to be easy on yourself. And be kind to yourself. Otherwise, you end up being the person working against you this year. Okay. But but just because, like, you have all the choices, what I'm trying to say. Okay, Virgo? Just because we want those things doesn't mean we can't. We can absolutely have those things. It's just we kind of have to take a higher vibe way of achieving those things. Okay. I really hope that helps you guys this year in 2026. Hope it helps you gain some clarity on the year. And I just love you, Virgos. I hope that wasn't too harsh. I hope you found some benefit in it, that you got something out of it. Please give me a like if you enjoyed the reading. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate all your help. And as always, peace, love, and light to you. Happy New Year, loves, and I'll see you next year. Going on to the next, baby. All right, hello, Libras. Let's jump in here. Phew, let's jump into your reading 2026, baby. Oh my goodness, Happy New Year. I sure hope you have a wonderful 2025. I know I did. Let's see what 2026 will offer you here, Libras. Oh, and yes, it is the next day. Actually, I wasn't meaning to record in 2 days, but my kid woke up last night. So you are not tripping. I am wearing a different sweater. Let's see what we have for you. Get one more green. Okay. For Libras. 2026. Ooh, okay. Two, we have big move and we have dead end. Interesting. I almost wanted to read that as ego death, which is really funny. And then when I flipped it over, or just shortly before, it's dead end. So there's a big move, potentially because something comes to a dead end regarding home, maybe. Interesting. Let's get some more information. These are your themes for 2026. So maybe taking risks and maybe making some big moves, big figurative moves, like big, not necessarily, not necessarily physical moves for some, but just um like big moves, like taking big risks, yes, we play the stock market, or maybe yes, you go out on a limb. We have open heart. I want to get you another one, Libra. One more for Libras. I got one more. I was just doing three unless I accidentally grabbed two at once, but I think you need another one. There are two there, dang it. That's not what I was meaning to do. Okay, hold on. We've got recurring cycle here. We got desperate times, drastic measures, which we did also get for Virgo just now. But did you see what happened there? We have motives in question. I feel like this year, um, we definitely need to question someone's motives. Someone who, desperate times, drastic measures. This could be someone who tends to get themselves into some shit, or this could be a vibration that you have later in the year, right? Which causes, because you feel like you're at a dead end, which causes this big move. So maybe analyze your motives before and make big move before things reach this dead end point. Now, for some of you, you've been stuck in a recurring cycle that has always led to maybe desperate times, or stuck in a reoccurring cycle that always leads to a dead end of sorts. It could be regarding some sort of instability within a home or a childhood or something of that nature. Here, Libra, don't take it if it's not for yours. These are just general messages. I'm just rolling with what comes out for you. But yes, don't take it if it's not for you, loves, right? The key here is the open heart. For some of you, it's like something is already at a dead end. As I split the deck, Six of Cups for you, babe. Memories, childhood, children, nostalgia. For some of you, the reoccurring cycle, if it is like a reoccurring cycle of desperation, it could come from some type of childhood trauma. And in which case, we want to build up our confidence and move as far away from big move, as far away from that energy as we can. The key is that open heart. I am literally talking too much in these readings, and I can tell because my voice is already going out. But yes, 2026 comes and we are still in the same cycles. I'm not going to lie. What is going to change here? Let's see. The change is your choice, right? Libra, we got to put the power back in your hands. I'm really being drawn to the D's. Letter D, all of a sudden. Okay. What do we have? Libras, 2026. Boom. Four of Swords reversed. So this is indicating, no healing, not taking any time out potentially, or canceled. For some of you, like canceled plans, canceled vacation, something of that nature. That's unfortunate because I feel like you will need that downtime. You need some downtime. Maybe a vacation at Disney World with the family isn't the vacation that needs to go. Maybe that's not the vacation you need. Maybe you need a vacation in Spa land. You feel me? because you might have been carrying some things, going through some things for a really long time, and we haven't yet reached that completion. Now we are 2026, numerologically speaking, is, breaks down to the number 10. 10 is endings, and is completions. So especially with reoccurring cycle here, world card reversed, clearly something has not ended. You know, it continues forward. We have the Seven of Swords. Oh, Libra, I heard you're tricking yourself. So I don't know what that's about. This does feel like maybe you're burying your head in the sand on some things. Maybe that could be in relation to someone who tends to get themselves into some things that aren't the greatest vibration for them, and thus, because you're so close and you love them so much, they are not good for you. The Seven of Swords is trying to be a little sneaky, underhanded, trying to get away with something, from something, maybe hiding, hoarding a mask, holding a mask, hiding or having some sort of sneaky mask. Could be out of desperation of self, desperation, too afraid here, Libra. Ah, for some of you, that's it. Putting on a mask, too damn afraid. Open your heart because you don't think you'll be accepted. But my love, we've played that game our whole lives. We've played that desperate little 3D game our whole lives. You're better than that, and it's time for a big move. Yep. 8 of Wands. Getting out there. I heard dating scene, networking for some, looking for a new job, putting your face out there, starting a YouTube channel. Baby, this could be your year. But we do have to wrap up some loose ends that we've really not been wanting to look at them. Motherly energy. Ooh, some of you maybe in the new year becoming mothers. Don't take it if it's not for you. Protect yourself if that's not your vibe. You could be also repairing some type of relationship with a mother. She just jumped out. But this is also nurturing, abundance, love, care, self-care, baby. The Empress can't take care of everybody else until she takes care of herself. So that wanted to be said as well. I heard protective mode when I saw this. Wow, this is deep. Four of Pentacles. Something about holding something in front of your heart space, like a security blanket, holding on to some persona, holding on to some form of already uh concluded dead end, something you know is a dead end. It never seems to change for some, and yet we're too afraid, we're too close hearted, or our beautiful heart is being closed off here in protective mode. You've been too protective. I do feel this back and forth. You dabble your toes in it a little, in getting out there, in networking, but then we take it back. Um, yeah. We give our real opinion for a minute and then we take it back and we sling away. I want to say into the shadows, but not into the shadows of healing, baby. That's where your key lies. You need to open that heart space through some healing. But yes, this is definitely the year to do that. So if you that alone is a big move. So if you prioritize that, I feel that helps you get out of this dead end recurring cycle, where it brings desperate times. Look at what wanted to poke out so bad. That Six of Cups. For some, it's definitely time to mend that beautiful heart of yours. It is time. And I am talking way too long, so let's just get one more. Thank you, Spirit. Underlying energy. Knight of Cups. For some, love messages coming, flying through the air, right? Dating, getting out there. Four of Cups and being disappointed. Wah, wah, wah. That's funny. You can only be disappointed um, if you're not looking, because here definitely there are offers. There are definitely offers. Now, do they hit the mark? Maybe not. Are they all that you've wanted? Maybe not. But the more you hold that heart space open rather than close it up out of protection, this back and forth, the more you're going to begin to see. I also feel like noticing patterns that you've ignored in the past. If your inclination here this year at some point says, rush towards something, be your authentic self, then just do it. Just do it, loves. You feel me? Woo! Let's get this going. I feel like I've been talking way too long. Oh, let's get rid of the cards. Let's see. Seven of Swords is one I definitely want to clarify for you. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. We do need to pray. We really need to prioritize healing. It will also healing love from old wounds will, and really directly, I want to say, directly healing those wounds, like really facing yourself here. Making a big leap and move to get out of a cycle we've been stuck in, maybe since childhood or some type of feeling, maybe even some type of habit, something we use as a security blanket, right? The more that you heal that, the more you open your heart space to more possibility. But the more you're in protective mode, the more you will find more reasons to be in protection mode. And yeah, and it's really that simple. So definitely the big move could be reaching out to your very own heart to show yourself love and kindness so that we can feel and begin to bring in like good things from that. You feel me? And good people. You're never gonna guess who wanted to show up here. We're shuffling his ass back in, the devil. Although I do see why he would be here. But we're shuffling him back in. We're not ready for you. Don't come back. Libra. You can, I really want to say you can be yourself. Seven of Swords. You can always be yourself. What of the Seven of Swords? Why do you feel like you won't be accepted? Four of Wands here in reverse. So for some of you, there will be a realization. You've got 3 4s. For some of you, there will be a realization of the cycles this year, that cycle. Some of you, there'll be a realization of your foundation, um, your protection mode, or your vibration, or maybe even some offers that you've been ignoring. Maybe even purposely not giving yourself a helping hand or just being too damn harsh on yourself, Libra. Now, there may be some bad news this year, but news can also be good. Like it comes and it goes, right? Don't be too harsh on yourself if you don't hear back from one resume this year. Don't get stuck in some type of cycle. You know what I mean? Queen of Wands reversed. Confidence levels. 9 of Pentacles here. See, I'm telling you, you know what's funny about vibration? You gotta feel it first, Libra. You gotta feel like the shit first, and then you are the shit. You feel me? You can't see me, but I'm smiling. You gotta feel like the shit first. I'm the shit. I got confidence. Everybody wants me, and the next thing you know, you're stable. Everybody wants you. That kind of thing. Others of you, you've been ignoring something. Um, that's it's almost like a festering. If I'm being really honest, Queen of Wands is a very mad lady. It's a very pissed off energy. You don't want her or the Queen of Swords on your bad side. Now, if this is a person around you, um, in desperate times, this is a year where they can really, really drag your name through the mud. Love, if I'm being honest, they can ruin your reputation. But you have all the power to say, no, 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 I rise above, I don't play your game, I don't get angry back, I don't snap. Um, I heard no jail time for me. No jail time for me. I'm making a different choice this year. And I'm not even going to allow you to take me down a peg or deceive me in any way. 8 of Cups. You may be called here to walk away from something worse. Okay, let me get one on this 8 of Wands energy. Definitely, if we have no confidence, but we're trying to network this year, it won't work. Okay, it'll rub people the wrong way. I'm being real. So take that into account. What if this 8 of Wands? Although there could be something really great that comes from that as well. Networking and dating, like online dating for some. Oh, we're not taking all those 3, but let's note what they are. Emperor in reverse, King of Wands reversed, 4 of Cups again here, and 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So it is about your garden. It's about what you've been growing, what you've been holding to yourself as well. What we hold internally produces, thank you, Spirit, produces in our environment, whether you want to or not. What we put out, we get back. And I really feel like Libra, someone around you causes you to put in a lot of effort to not get a lot back, or you've been shysting yourself. You feel me? You've been like shortchanging yourself. Don't do that again this year. Don't do that again this year. This year, you are the shit, baby. You don't even need a mask. You don't need to hide. And you can face whatever it is head on with no fear because this year is about doing that, doing just that. Okay, Libra, I really hope that helps you gain some clarity on where we're potentially going to be at in 2026. I wish you the best of luck. I know you got this, baby. Open that heart up to the possibilities, to the highest vibration, and even more so than anything, to loving yourself first, and everything else follows. You feel me? Best of luck in your year, darling. I know it's going to be a hell of a year. I'm wishing you everything, all the best for you, Libras. I love you. Happy New Year. Take care. And until I see you next time, I'll see you next year, baby. On to Scorpio. Alrighty, hello, Scorpio. Let's jump into your 2026 reading. I sure hope you're doing great out there. Happy New Year's, love. Ooh, romantic embrace as I split the deck. I like that. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Oh, and no, you're not tripping. I am wearing a different outfit. Different sweater. It's a different day. I was trying to do this all yesterday in one go, but my baby woke up and we just go with the flow. You know all about that, right, Score? Yes. So we just went with the flow, and here we are today. Let's see what we have for you, Scorpio. What are the themes for 2026 for my Scorpios? Mental health at the bottom of the deck here, love. So keeping your head on straight. Don't let things get too I almost want to say get too crazy in your head, but it's almost like don't let the craziness of the outside world bleed into your head, right? I mean, really, it's all coming from our collective head anyway. You feel me? Okay, we do have two. We got love and support. We have setback. Some of you might experience a setback that requires love and support, but I do feel like you have maybe even in relation to your mental health, right? You gotta be careful this year. I guess this is being really highlighted, but so is that love and support. Um, yeah, it's a minor, it feels like a minor, with setback, it is a minor thing, but you have a safety net there, so it feels like it's minor anyway. Setbacks come and go, but the love is like always there. Aw, good luck comes and goes, but the people that love you are always there, Scorpio. We have dancing with the devil. Ooh, dancing with the devil. What is under mental health? Fated event. I do feel like that's also wanting to be seen for a reason. So I do feel with fated event and dancing with the devil that somebody here who has been playing around a little too much or pushing their luck with something or taking like risky action or playing around with risky business, that it might catch up with them in some way on a fated event sort of level, some form of setback, right? Could be you, could be someone that you know and love, and it could be that you are their love and support through whatever setback they go through. Okay, it's going to be different for everybody as well. Being really, really highlighted to the S's here and the D's all of a sudden. Thank you, Spirit. S's and D's. Something about a grade level of D. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know um, how that pertains to you loves, but take only what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. Scorpio. You feel me? Okay. Dancing with the devil, somebody taking risky actions. So I do want to say also love and support yourself enough to not dance with the devil in the first place. Like if that's your energy, right? The devil's addictions, bad habits, codependency, things like that, the things that take away your freedom of choice, maybe even an ultra high ego that like controls you in a different way. Let's see. Again, it could be you or someone around you, but I do feel like this year that might catch up to somebody, or that becomes an issue, or that issue gets addressed. Thank you. Okay. Yay, 2026. A time of endings, endings and completions. What do we have for Scorpios? 2026. Star card at the bottom of the deck here. Emperor and Empress landing side by side. The mother and the father. These are all of the cards we could take. Holy cow. Just spitting them out just like that. Cancerian and Pisces energy coming in here. You got a lot of majors. It's going to be a pretty important year for you. Scorpio. Chariot in reverse with the moon card. Somebody's habits, I said habits earlier. Somebody's subconscious, do it without thinking, robotic habit might catch up with them in some way. That might be what this devil energy is for some. We got the Four of Wands. We got the Nine of Wands reversed. And then we've got our mother and father. I heard our growing business. Our growing business, our growing legacy. Could be you and another person, could be all within yourself here, Scorpio. It does feel for like a lot of you, there's some sort of unity, right? Some sort of sturdy foundation of love and support. Excuse me. And I almost want to say an equal give and take as well. Okay, I also want to say this year is blessed. Now, ups and downs, setbacks aside, that's just a regular ass year, but you are blessed this year. There's like I feel like an angel watching you. That's so sweet. Scorpio. Could be a relative. It's the first time that's coming through. Thank you, sir, because it feels like a relative watching you. Um, like past relative. Anyway, there's like a blessing here from the universe, but there's a deep wish. And if that wish is cast from the right place, it can absolutely align with beautiful things that can grow. But this devil is definitely slowing down production. And we're calling the shots. Who's calling the shots? And are they doing it from a place of highest level that they could possibly have to give, right? With it just feel like someone's wounding coming out. Someone maybe have a habit here, Scorpio, and just mindlessly do it because they don't know they're hurting inside. And maybe they haven't taken the reins on that part of their psyche just yet. And with this chariot in reverse, it does feel like that's part of that setback energy. It's almost like we got to go backwards a couple notches, kind of scoop up the knowledge that maybe we didn't catch the first time, or dig a little deeper in the subconscious this year to figure out, pull out the reason why. So exciting. Why is it so exciting to dance with the devil? What is it that is so appealing about this devilish energy, right? And it's going to be completely different for all of you, right? For some, it's a deep childhood wounding. And I want to say that because we got the mother and the father here. And we've got the moon card, the things that are hidden, the psyche, the subconscious. Let's dive in. Where are we at here? Okay, okay, okay. We saved a little time on this with Spirit just popping them all out. Thank you, Spirit. So awesome. So we can clarify a few more. I definitely want to clarify that Empress in reverse. That is something that's not growing or not working out, not producing, or maybe somebody not taking very good care of themselves. Scorpio, right? We got to love and cherish ourselves first. And that includes our mental health coming in very strong for you. I also have to pause for a second and tell you, you are not beat up. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not wounded. You are the one in charge. I really feel like I need to stop everything I'm doing here, Scorpio, and tell you that you have power. Okay? And responsibility. Ooh. Whether you like it or not, you have power, which equals responsibility. And for some of you, that's ooh, right. Okay. But there's something here subconsciously happening or robotically happening that maybe notice has been setting you back. You know, you have so much love and support around you, especially going forward into the year. Like this year, you have so much behind you. It's just that risk taking, that dancing with the devil, whatever it is that we've been dabbling in, playing with. Maybe it's time to um, look a little deeper as to why, right? I feel like we got to look into the subconscious to find out why we do the things we do or why the devil is here before a setback messes up what it is you've been building here. This is so fascinating. I'm clarifying the Empress here in reverse. I don't think I said that, but in my mind. And look at who pops up. Emperor. For some of you, you have a masculine, a partner, a father, husband, brother, some sort of masculine, or it could be a feminine who's very much in the masculine energy. Take it as it resonates for you, but they're always by your side. Or they are somebody who has your best interest in mind, who loves and wants to support you through whatever it is. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. First thing I'm getting is this costs a lot. What is that? Money? Some of you, it's like money. Others of you, it costs a lot of like time and energy. I do want to say resources to put into something that has not been growing. It does feel like the devil's been puppeteering something behind your back, or maybe your subconscious, or some childhood wounding, or something of that nature has been you've been unknowingly operating in some form or fashion that I want to say here, Scorpio, is not your highest. But your subconscious is literally the key to figuring out why the devil's here, right? And there is success in that. That's where all of these cards can interchange. That's where you can go forward, right? It does take effort. It takes confidence. It takes courage. Thank you, Spirit. It takes courage. And we have a blessing here for that. Something has been taking a lot, and I feel like we need to analyze what is it that's been taking a lot. Eight of Swords reversed. See, we need to I wanted to say unprison ourselves, unencase ourselves, uh, living in a prison of the mind. If we don't want to deal with some type of wounding or a true circumstance, I do feel like somebody's been running away, Scorpio, through habit or influence or trade or something like that. Um, Eight of Swords reversed is prompting us to notice where we've been holding ourselves back. And here we are, Empress in reverse. To clarify, at the bottom of the deck, our Empress in reverse. So something here definitely needs to be addressed. There's something needs to be handled with gentle love and care. And I feel like that's you this year, Scorpio. You need to handle yourself with gentle love and care and allow yourself to be loved and supported through whatever it is while you pull away from whatever it is, like whatever this devil is. 2026 is it's a 10, right? It's about endings, completions, being done with something. But we got to figure out what it is that we need to be done with first. And I feel like there's a key in your subconscious. What is this moon card? It's kind of a scary path. It's definitely a scary path. It almost feels like it's easier to do something or to live with somebody or something like that and just put up with the same thing, the monotony of it, or like and not question why we do those things, than it is to be uncomfortable and find out. You know what I mean? Like go seek and ye shall find, but the seeking sucks and do we want the find? No, so maybe it's easier to ignore. I feel like that's the way we've been operating on some level. Please don't take anything that I'm saying to offense. These are all just general readings as well. So keep that in mind also here, okay? King of Swords reversed. Well, King of Swords reversed is not very nice, but if this is cruelty, I feel like maybe you've been a little cruel to yourself. If not, then you've allowed some devilish energy or someone that you think has power over you to wield control over you and keep you locked down, keep you stuck. And they are the ones that are being cruel to you or have been. To keep somebody in the dark is pretty cruel. It's funny we're clarifying. There's a lot of synchronicities here. The moon card is just like the sun card in reverse. When sun card is reversed, it's like having darkness. That's what the moon card is, like barely any light. Something about dawn and dusk. You might want to this year make some time, take some time to do some trips out during dawn or dusk, and maybe do some sun gazing or do some meditation in the sun. Um, if that resonates for you, loves, because I feel like there's a lot to be learned of the situation. And here comes the devil to clarify our moon. Oh, and there's something underneath it. And that is the Six of Swords in reverse. So the devil is in somebody's mind, or it's just is operating somebody here. We got a lot here, so I'll just quickly note them, but I am going to put them back in because we're going to have to. Yeah, I think we've reached about that point here, Scorpio. We got the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So it is hard to break habits. This feels like we get inspired to do something, we get the itch, we get the bug, we go towards it, but what seeds are we planting, right? We spend all our money on something, mindlessly putting in, when we could be working on something else. That's what it feels like. It doesn't necessarily have to be you again, and it could be even that you overthink a relationship. That could be the devilish energy. This devil can be anything for you, anything that keeps you bound, trapped, or stuck. But I promise you there is better and brighter way. Now remember, we are clarifying here the moon card here. So I'm touching this chariot card and I feel like somebody else got this feeling too. It's like an anchor. Something is weighing you down. And it may even be like inadvertently weighing you down. Okay. Could be an overconfidence for some, could be a lack of confidence for others, could be a shitty relationship. Um, for others of you, it's something shitty that we're doing to ourselves and we're not noticing the damage we're doing, or we're not noticing um how much of a hold this has gotten on you, on your psyche, or how much this is being perpetuated. Or there's some form of wounding that you haven't noticed at all that is coming out subconsciously here as the devil, like you're doing a habit. Like I'm a smoker, right? And I'm a Scorpio, so this kind of is funny. And I say that as I cough. Interesting. Well, here we go. I'm not I'm not exempt from 2026 and set vibrations that are ahead of me, but we always have a choice. We always have a choice to take better care of ourselves, make better decisions. We can gain peace of mind, we can gain peace of heart and of body as well, because we're not victims, right? We're not victims, we cause our own setbacks. We dance with the devil. That's why I named this card Dancing with the Devil, because playing with the devil is by choice. He takes away your freedom of choice, right? But you are the devil. You are also swords. You are all of it. You're every shadow and every piece of light. Everything is playing within you and it's showing you in your reality. And here I'm seeing a lot of habits and a lot of risky business here that keeps you trapped and keeps you thinking maybe that you don't have a choice when you do. Okay, Scorpio? You are more in charge than you believe you are. Yes. But also, while you ride this wave, while you break this habit, while you make that decision to not play that risky game, when you make that decision to look deeply at your childhood, your relationship with your parents, even, and how maybe those wounds have seeded themselves in your heart and subconscious, and what that is, how that's being reflected in your reality. How is that coming back? Setback. Oh, snap. Setback. How is that coming back to you? Thank you, Spirit. What a great new interpretation for that card. What are we putting out there coming from within us that's being reflected boom, back at us? All right, Scorpio, I really hope that helps you, darlings, gain some clarity on 2026. But I am going to cut it there. I could keep going, but I'm going to cut it there for my sanity and yours. And I love you, Scorpio. And I really, really hope you had a wonderful 2025, an even more amazing 2026. And as always, just have a great one. Happy New Year. Please take care of yourself. Mwah. Sending all the love and light to you, darling. I'll see you next year, baby. All right. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's jump in. Let's see what we got for you. 2026, baby. I'm so excited. Happy New Year. Excuse me. My throat is starting to bug, you guys. Anyway, oh yeah, and you're not tripping. I did change. It's the whole next day. I was supposed to finish this yesterday. And then my baby woke up. So we just go with the flow, you feel me? Let's see. Let's see what we got for our Sagittarius. Please, spirits, angels, guides. Thin ice that just stuck out like a sore thumb to me. Thin ice. Somebody here may be on thin ice with you this year, 2026. For Sagittarius. Okay. We'll see what we got for you, Sag, underlying energy. Facing fears. Okay. Let's see your themes there. So it's about facing fears this year, Sagittarius. You're pretty fearless as it is. But I heard intentional. Maybe it's more intentional this year. Yours is on this side. There it is. Final decision. A final decision's being made. Being real drawn to the F's here. It's something that you've been afraid of, I feel, and you just say, nope, and I do it. You just do it. Good. That feels like a good thing. Others of you, somebody could around you could be making some type of final decision. We have attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment. Or it's potentially somebody finally faces something about themselves they were afraid of. Ooh. Ooh, we have secret admirer. Ooh, now I'm really being drawn to the A's. Add something here. You may keep feeling like you need to add something to your life or like something is missing. Somebody this year is admiring your courage and your bravery. Whenever you finally make that decision, not just one, thank you, Spirit. You could put an S if you secret admirers, Sag. Somebody else got this, I can't remember who. Gemini, possibly. But secret, they're not going to be very loud about it. But it does feel like many people. I want to get you one more here. Themes. What's happening? 2026. Fire. Dude, F again. See? Fire. This year's going to be fire. There's your fire energy. And you could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, or we could just be talking about fire. Fire is warm, it's comfortable, it's passionate, creative. This is source energy. You feel me? So just make sure as well that you don't make a final decision in the heat of the moment and then have to like adjust it later. You feel me? Because in that case, people are going to have a freaking attitude. All right. But it's looking like all decisions are going to be pretty good. Just watch where that happiness coming from here, Sage. So I also want to say for some of you, it's someone around you who has needed an attitude adjustment. And because they secretly admire you, Sag, the way that they do, um, that's why they're willing to finally kind of bend a little, meet you halfway, adjust their train of thinking, adjust the way they treat you or what they give to you here. Whew, it's going to be a very creative year. Passion, drive. I am getting travel out of that fire because something spreads so fast. Could be word of the decision being made for some. It could be that big. It could be like we're moving. Maybe someone gets fired for their piss poor attitude. This can go many, many different ways. There's a lot of shit coming out right now, like a lot of possibilities. Why do I feel like it does feel like those are trivial? Piddle, like trivial. They piddle away really fast, like fire, like sparks, not like fire, not like flame. They piddle away quickly. All right, I talk too much. Let's get on to it. Judgment wanted to come out. What do we have for Sagittarius? Ooh, for 2026. I mean, that a judgment would make sense. Oh, there we go. Let's see what we have here. Two of Cups reversed. We got the Tower card. Eight of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Cups. It could be definitely something that you've been afraid of acknowledging, or there's a pattern here that we keep going back to. Someone's definitely been afraid maybe to face their feelings on something. But I do feel like a cracking point. Try to be easy on yourself and be easy on someone. This year, it might be hard to get along with someone. It might be hard to bite your tongue. You might want to lovingly express yourself to someone that you can't put up with something any damn longer. Also, and for some, that might be a little bit of a shock. It also might be hard to like understand people this year. I do feel like, Sag, you're you're in it for a big upheaval this big emotional upheaval. Like, if we're not careful, all those feelings are going to come purging out, pouring out, and it might cause a literal fire, like literal, like avalanche, like not literal fire, but you know what I mean? Like it will tear something down. Maybe a relationship, but I just want to say we can't go on like this. And it carries into the new year until we say no, 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 no. And then we utilize our fire to create something new. But it might mean burning down the old way, burning down the old relationship, the old job, the old dynamic, or the old attitude. Whatever you're doing this year, people are watching you, Sag, and people are admiring, which means ultimately, I feel like the decisions you make by the end of the year, you will probably be pretty happy with. Emperor here. And I want to say that because someone is admiring you. And it won't be easy, but that's what that feels like. It feels like someone's admiring you because you're worth admiring. Seven of Wands. There is a defense mechanism here. You will want to open your heart to possibility this year, Sag. 2026 is about endings and completions with the numerology equaling 10, right? But at the same time, at the same token, it's a new beginning. Get adjusted. Every ending is a new beginning. And what is that final decision but a final decision to say no more, right? Now with the Tower, this is a shakeup. I want to say breakup. It is coming next to the Two of Cups reversed. You definitely are calling the shots here. You've got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, or you're dealing with a stern masculine figure. This definitely can be a little bit of work related as well, a partnership in work. Doesn't necessarily have to be love or romance. Just because we have secret admirer on the deck, it's just somebody is really, and I feel again a lot of people very impressed this year with you, Sag, with the way you've bounced back from something, which means you've bounced back. So I really want to say you end up making good decisions. What is this Tower? Well, it's always your decision. That's your decision. Thank you, Spirit. All right, what of this Tower for Sagittarius? Why is the Tower popping up? Something needs to change. That's why. Something needs to change, Sag. Tower doesn't come unless it's needed. This is a shock. This is something needs to be torn down because the foundation it was built on, well, it was going to come down anyway. So it might as well come down now and save yourself some time. There's Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords normally in the regular tarot is, lying, cheating, stealing, coming back for the rest. But here, why am I getting like somebody is collecting what's owed to them? Okay, Sag, for someone is collecting what's owed to them, or you're getting something that's owed, you're collecting something that's been owed to you. Now make sure what you're picking up is not a bunch of prickly, thorny swords and empty trash bags. You know what I mean? Like, is the wreckage something about is the wreckage might not be worth going back. You might want to wield a different outcome for yourself. You might not want to go back into the flames. That's coming up here for some. I know you love, I know you want to, but you might be putting yourself in a compromising position if you choose to go back into a burning tower. That's coming out here. We have Three of Wands. Sorry, I have a hard time reading. I guess I could have just counted the wands, but whatever. Let's take it the easy way, right? Three of Wands reversed. I feel this sluggish. Something might be a little bit hard to swallow this year, Sag. And I'm just being honest. Let's get one on that Two of Cups reversed. But when a change is needed, a change is needed. This, even for some, may be the universe saying final decision has been made. The Hanging Man in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles wanted to be seen. We ended up with the King of Pentacles in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles reverse can be a little bit selfish. So, there may be this energy of wanting to protect yourself really, really hard, like through something. Yeah, Strength and the Lovers. So that screams recovery. That actually screams recovery, reconciliation, getting through something, coming into divine alignment, having courage and bravery through it. So no matter what hump this is in the road, no matter what bump it is, maybe with a specific person, or just this feeling of I don't belong, I can't get along, I don't understand these people, that's because there needs to be a shakeup and there needs to be a change. That final decision where you put your foot down, everybody will revere. Everybody will admire it because it is to be admired. What you've done here is fucking hard, Sag. There's something about this being really, really difficult to pull through. Now, I'm not saying that something bad will happen in 2026. This bad thing could have already happened, and we just flip the script and we work some magic with some pain. And we turn a bad circumstance, one that was maybe felt like it was devastating or hard to work with, or we were dealt a bad hand, or something working against us, the universe working against us, conspiring against us, make us go through something. Yes, because you're being turned into a diamond. This is the year you become a diamond. And that comes with a final decision to face what it is that you have been running. And I don't really want to speak on exactly what it is that you've been running from too much because that could be very, very different for everybody. It could involve another person or be completely within you. But it brings a massive attitude change for you and maybe even for other people around you, like the way they see you. Less. Maybe even one person in particular. By the end of the year, it might be trial by fire, baby, but by the end of the year, you're going to be shining like a diamond. Sag. And there may be a lot of travel involved with that. There may be a lot of spreading and putting your feelers out with that. I'm getting with that fire, just you may be spreading your wings or spreading your creativity even, or just seeing the world this year in a different way. All right. Oh, Sag. That ended up being really beautiful. We have to make the decision to go there, Leps, though, by the way. Okay, I want to throw that in there. I love you, Sag. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Give me a like if you resonated or if you enjoyed it at all. And as always, I appreciate you. I love you, and I just hope you do the best in 2026. I hope it blows 2025 and every other year right out of the water for you, Sag. And until I see you next time, Les. Peace, love, and light to you always. Mwah. Take care. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you next year. Woo. Hello, Capricorns. All right, let's jump in. Let's see what we got for you guys. Okay, if I can hold on to the cards. Happy New Year, loves. Oh my God, I'm so excited. 2026. Oh yeah, and you're not tripping. I am wearing a different sweater. I was supposed to do these all yesterday, all in one go, and then my little precious sweet baby woke up, ruined the whole jazz. But you know, that's okay. Setback. That's okay. We ride the wave. But anyway, Capricorn, I sure hope you're doing great out there. Let's see what we have for you for 2026. Hopefully some beautiful things for you, Capricorns. You surely deserve it. Romantic embrace. Ooh, I love it when I see that one. Let's hope she comes out. Let's see what Spirit has for you, darling. Open heart at the bottom of the deck. Open heart. So this is a year to, I want to say, receive blessings, because when we open our heart, um, that's when we receive. When we openly give as well, that's when we receive. Thank you, Spirit. Capricorns. Completion is near. 2026, breaking numerologically speaking, breaking down to breaks down to a 10. So that is completions, endings. We done. We need to be over and done with something. Completion is near. This is the year, I want to say. Subconscious coming out. Subconscious is just like the moon card, but something you've not even known, maybe that you've struggled with, you're going to be completing this year. Air. Air is obviously air energy. Could be, a air sign here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but also it's thoughts, it's communication, it's knowledge. Let's get one more. I don't know why I've been wanting to pull so many for everybody. Just wanted one too. We have dead end, analysis paralysis, and thin ice with open heart. I heard ditch the analysis and the dead and switch it for the open heart. Okay. Okay, both these are still very applicable. Um, Something here, dead end and analysis paralysis. The fact that they came out together leads me to believe that you're not taking action on something. You haven't been taking action to complete something very important, and that's what's been leading to a dead end, right? We don't just flick a light switch and then it's a new year at 2026, and now all of the 2025's problems go away and they're all just buried in the sun. No, now we got to live through what it is we've been already living through. The cycle goes on. The, the it's the same thing. You know what I mean? That's vibration from 2025 will of course carry into 2026, is showing us where you're headed later in the year. It's the same place that you've been, but you're not aware that you've been there. However, you can complete this year. I feel like you can open up as well this year. I'm getting like you don't want to be vulnerable. That puts you, this is like normally with thin ice. Now, granted, somebody could be shredding up your patience or be on thin ice with you this year, Cap, but pushing you a little bit too far. They're on thin ice with you potentially. But I'm also getting this energy but you don't want to be in a vulnerable position, like being on thin ice. When you're on thin ice at any moment, anything can happen. And I feel like there's something that you either aren't consciously aware of, or you're not you're not consciously aware of. or something subconsciously makes you feel vulnerable, something you haven't, you're running away from something that needs to be completed. Oh, God, I hope that came out right. My goodness. I guess after like 7 of these, you start getting a little woozy, huh? Without a break. We got the Five of Cups reversed. This is letting go of sadness. So I do want to say there's a forgiveness with that here, Capricorn. Queen of Wands reversed. Yeah, I do feel that annoyance. Thin ice, I feel that annoyance. I also feel like if somebody is getting on your nerves, somebody maybe that you care for, let the love that you have for them outweigh outweigh as much as they outweigh the annoyance they cause you. You feel me? Bucking. Don't know who that is. Or maybe that's your subconscious saying, God, listen. This year it's time to listen to me. Yeah, that's what your subconscious is saying. Ace of Wands reversed here. I gotta go a little faster with these. Ace of Wands reversed. 5. You got 2 5s. So definitely something needs to come to an end here. Some drama this year popping up. Try not to get all up in it. Try not to get so upset about peddly things that don't matter. There also may be this like an Ace of Cups reversed. There's like I don't want to open. There's just this stubbornness. If I had to be honest, I don't want to open my heart. I don't want to open my heart. Fuck you. I feel like it's like this year you're being really faced here, Capricorn, with how much um conflict it causes to not be vulnerable around those who are vulnerable around you, or not open up to people that are open up to you, or not go diving into yourself as well. Like it brings so much more conflict. I felt like there was more people around you, but it's definitely confirmed with this Five of Wands. It does feel like you have people, like a lot of people around you. And some of them are annoying. Some of them are on thin ice already. Um, but the more you love it, the more you love them, the more you should forgive them for their for the annoyances they cause you. Wow, that's a lot, but I can't help but notice your energy there, Capricorn, Devil in reverse. There is like a very that maybe it's subconscious that we hold on to some things or hold on to grudges or hold on to annoyances. This year we got to cap that all off. We also have to open our minds as well. Capricorn, that's coming through with the air energy. There's also a way that your thoughts will fuel how you feel this year, and you can make that so much worse for somebody, or you'll make that so much worse on yourself if you're not careful this year. And I'm just being honest. Don't take anything I say offensively, please. Take only what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. But I'm always going to be honest with what I see. That was like half the deck, but I think that was very intentional. That was half the deck on purpose. That came out. Um, I can barely get through your reading, Cap. That came through upright, but it was originally reversed. I do feel with the subconscious energy and this thin ice, I feel on thin ice. I feel like I could barely concentrate right now. There's definitely something that is burning in your mind or poking through your subconscious that is like, Cap, Cap, I'm going to bother you. I'm going to annoy you. Your reflection in your reality is going to be so frustrating until you deal with me. Deal with me and feel something, damn it. Oof. And feel something, damn it. Oh, I know this is coming out harsh, Capricorn. I do feel like you have this tendency maybe to put on a big happy face or a tough guy, you know, I'm just going to carry on. I'm just going to get through it. I'm just going to get through it. At what cost? At what cost, Kat? Oh, I almost feel like I want to cry for you. Um, at what cost? Phew. Three of Swords. I do see a disappointment here, right? I see a disappointment later in the year. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But I am gonna tell you that you absolutely always have freedom of choice, 100% in your reality. So what you can do to make all of this go away, just literally all of this stupid pain, this dumb drama, this annoyance, the frustration, this processing, this feeling so I can't get past the word vulnerable, and it's just showing, right? But I can't get past the word vulnerable, but I know there's another word for this feeling. But it's all in your head. It's all in your subconscious. It almost feels like you will rely you will subconsciously rely on that which doesn't feel good or rely on like anything to avoid feeling some type of way and feeling vulnerable or facing that which we have not wanted to face. No, 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 no. Capricorn, this is quite heavy. I almost want to clarify that air energy. That would be the first time I clarified any of the theme cards. But I do feel like there's some sort of expression here that needs to come out. No, we don't have the time. We got too much other shit going on. There's a new beginning here with these aces, but with them coming in reverse, um, I feel like they'll be quickly withdrawn or you will turn these opportunities away because it's more comfortable to do that. Whatever that means for you. I almost want to clarify the Ace of Cups, but I almost feel like it already was clarified. We have not been open and it's been causing much conflict. And for some of you, it's about processing a loss. And we've just been like, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. But at some point, Capricorn, you have to look at yourself and go, I'm not fine. Okay. And that's okay. That's okay. You are not meant to be fine all the time. You're not meant to be hunky dory, happy, la di da di da da da, with smoke blowing up your ass all day. Oh, I'm happy. No, that's not life. Let's clarify these aces. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse for Capricorn? Because they suck. Capricorn, you're too funny. Why is the Ace of Wands in reverse? Because they suck. I feel like that's deflection. I feel like there's a little bit of deflection happening there. And we do have the Four of Wands, so there is some sort of solidification, some good news, maybe some announcement, some engagement, something I want to say we can move past. The Page of Pentacles reversed. You will not accept something this year. You will not accept something this year. Now, I'm getting a mix on that because for some of you, it's like we just have to deal with a wounding that's been caused from not accepting something that was not good for us in the first place, right? It's going to be different for everybody. Um, and that's why we need to open our heart to those blessings that can come. But there's also like a guarding here. It feels like a heart space guarding, maybe even a sex guarding, like for some of you planning to be celibate this year or continuing to be celibate for some, but you will not accept something from somebody. You will not take this any longer. This is not okay, whatever that is. Now, this could be for those who are dealing with somebody who's on thin ice. For others of you, I feel like a cracking at that Page of Pentacles reversed or a taking back. What do we have? Too much, I'm sure. Okay. All right. So Devil in reverse here, Capricorn. That is you. That is your card, your energy. We can break free. We can break free from something. We have to see something clearly also first. Oh, thank you, Spirit. We're going to go top and bottom because we just have too many. We have Page of Swords reverse and the Knight of Swords reverse. Watch your words. Watch your projections. 10 of Wands in reverse. Burden is a choice. The Devil is a choice. Path is a choice. Vibration is a choice. Opening our heart is a choice. Learning is a choice. Accepting is a choice. Right? So, however, this is hitting for you, Capricorn, if it's hitting at all, it feels like the main point of this year is to dive into that subconscious where the thing that you've been avoiding to find out, to learn of yourself, or who, or for some of you where it's just really, really uncomfortable. Something is really, really uncomfortable. It really makes you feel vulnerable, or it brings up old wounds, and it cannot happen. It cannot be accepted. But it has to be at some point. And not only that, but we got to dive into those feelings. We've got to reanalyze those. And while we're doing that, we also have to be sure not to project on others. Because for some of you, it wasn't, we can't cut on people who didn't bleed us, right? It wasn't their fault. Whew. Because for some of you, this is old and we just haven't dealt with it yet. But completion is near this year. If this is the first card out, if you choose to put down those burdens, if you choose to walk away from this, if you choose to do things different, if you choose to take that deep dive, I promise you, Capricorn, you are going to see a different result from that. But if we keep on the same run and duck and dodge and hide from our own selves or from the people we love the most, or hold grudges when we love them the most, you feel me? This can go in so many different avenues, Cap, but it's like, if we keep up that perpetuates in our minds and perpetuates in our hearts, it perpetuates in our lives. And it feels like this year we have such an opportunity to undo what's been done or to take a chance on something new or to be in a new vibration already, to deal with what has hurt. And to deal with what has hurt and to make it all better again, to learn the lessons from it and to forgive and to make it better again for ourselves. That power is in your hands, but it's about choice. Okay, Capricorns. Might be a little bit of a bumpy, rocky road, but you got this, baby. I believe in you. I know that you can handle this. Best of luck. Have the greatest 2026. Happy New Year, darling. And until I see you next time, mwah, peace, love, and light to you always. And I'll see you next year, Capricorns. Peace. All right. Hello, Aquarius. Coming down to the wire here. Whew, good fortune as I split the deck. Let's hope for that for you. Actually, I am going to share it. Right before I hit record, I heard. I thought you shouldn't share it, but I'm gonna share it. I heard I'm gonna make you offer you can't refuse. So we'll see if that pertains. Maybe somebody's making a really good offer this year. Something really important comes up. And if you decide, could be wonderful for you. Let's see what we have coming out. 2026, baby, Aquarius. Let me give her one of these. A couple more shuffles here. Live in the now. I saw. Oh, and you're not tripping. I did change my clothes. My voice is beginning to go out. I've actually been doing this since yesterday. That's why I'm changed. My kid woke up last night. It's funny. That's how plans change. All of a sudden, my eye is watering. And all this weird stuff. So let's see what we have for you. I always tend to think like nothing just happens when it comes to reading. Everything pertains. So maybe there's some tears. Maybe there's some recovery this year. Ooh, maybe something's just getting to you. Maybe someone's getting to you to offer you something that you just can't refuse. A miracle is near at the bottom of the deck. Whoa, Aquarius. Let's hope for that energy. Maybe these are tears of joy you'll be crying. Amazing. That'd be wonderful. Aquarius, 2026. What do we have? I heard you paid your dues. Like you've paid your dues. So it's about time. We have trials and tribulations. It's funny. I said you've paid your dues. So maybe some ups and downs. Obviously, there will always be ups and downs, trials and tribulations. But this is for a reason. These are specific tests. This for a reason. So perhaps you still have some further tests to climb before those blessings and that miracle reaches. But also, just because you're being tested or just because things go up and down, don't hold it against yourself. Just don't cave to, uh, try not to cave to the negativity. We have winter. Somebody else got winter. I can't remember who. You are a winter child. But you could also be dealing with another winter baby. Another winter baby. But winter's about deep reflection. It's about stillness. So I want to say pausing through the trials and tribulations, future betrayal. Let's get one more for you. So something may come in the future that shakes things up a bit, having to do maybe with something or someone that you thought was trustworthy. But it's also reflecting, it's like in hindsight with this winter reflection. It may cause us stillness or maybe even sadness, but it's something that in the long run we couldn't live without that, right? But we need not worry about it, right? Because we live in the now. I really want to whip out a miracle is near, and I will. Gosh. And I brought out lesson learned with it, and open heart is revealed. Interesting how that all unfolded there, Aquarius. So somebody here may be finally learning a lesson, not necessarily saying it's you. Maybe someone reflects before they cause betrayal. I feel like also future energies they always come from the now, right? Like right now we're reading 2026, but all we're really reading is your vibration of a timeline that you're currently sitting in. Live in the now that you're currently sitting in that is projected to head in a certain direction. Now you can change your now, and that changes where you go in the future. It's funny, we have now and we have future. I really want to say stop reflecting so much on the future and worry less about that. Worry less about what we're going to go through, what we might go through, or the what ifs, even the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You feel me? But the what ifs, especially, the what ifs aren't as important as the what about now. You know what I mean? Because the now is what dictates the future. And the things that you go through this year being a miracle, being really drawn to the ends. Let's get one more. A miracle is near for you, Aquarius. Gotta live in the now to see it, or we gotta live in the now to get it. Trials and tribulations come, tests come and go. But what did we learn? Lesson learned, right? What did we learn from those things? Thank you, Spirit. What do we have for Aquarius for 2026? No, we got a flipper, did we not? Yeah, okay. Ooh, I almost lost the whole deck. We ended up with the four pentacles at the bottom. We have the deck and we have the page. So we have to start somewhere. Why not now? What are you waiting for? I want to say. Why not start now? Why not give now? Why not go there now? Living in the now, what are we afraid of? Why not put forth effort now? Why not plant seeds now? Reach out now, give now. Aquarius, there may be also someone contemplating these things on you right now. Why don't I call Aquarius? I'm going to ask Aquarius out on a date. I'm going to give Aquarius a special gift. I'm going to invite Aquarius. You feel me? That's pretty beautiful. So you may want to consider those little offers throughout the year as well. But I do want to say the seed is yours that you are holding. And that the seed can be of effort, it can be of time, of resources, something of value that you have that you can activate now to secure a future. Ooh, there's some avenue. Okay, spirit. Shoo. Nine of Pentacles up. Look at the contrast, y'all. Look at this. We've got the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Out pops this little cat here, this tender-hearted, I'm so hurt. Page of Cups in reverse. I heard I don't want to, I don't want to. Or a bit of bad news. Somebody's tender-hearted feelings. Somebody being stubborn about an apology this year or something of that nature potentially as well. But look at this, like instability of money versus this stability of money, right? You got to start somewhere. If you do feel like we keep pushing off something, that if you were to not push it off and utilize it, Aquarius, it could bring something pretty damn beautiful. It says, how we're lying on this, how we're going here. I feel like you're going to have to drag your own feet a little bit. There could be some wounding, this does feel like a confidence thing for some, right? Like I can't achieve that money. I'll never get that job. I'll never be in that position. Um, for some of you, I'll be stuck with something forever. I'll never be independent. I'll never be alone for some. Okay, do take these messages as they resonate for you. Obviously, they are general. But this could also be part of the ups and downs of the year, the tests coming, that test your ability to invest. Who and what are we going to invest in? Are we going to invest in a future that hasn't been created yet? Or are we going to invest in the now to build that future? Everything here is saying invest in the now, not in the past, not in where we think we're going to be. If we were to lose out, no, no, no. But now, in the now. And I feel like here in, 2026, gaining financial instability, or gaining financial stability and gaining a foothold in your independence can come, but we have to take that initiative. We have to be the one to plant that seed. It's not going to be given to you. You give yourself that opportunity here. Aquarius, it really feels like somebody is not going to give you what you want this year. And as much as that feels like bad news, in hindsight or in reflection, it might be better. It might be better to not get your way. It might be better to not get some instant gratification or something you want right now, or an apology, or something of that nature. Like something works out. Um, something works out as long as as long as you're operating from the now. This Ace of Pentacles was about to pop out. That's beautiful. Let's get just like one more because I still have to clarify. I am talking way too much on these readings. So Spirit goes, okay, and a whole bunch fly out. But look, happiness, gratification, two nines completion, right? We're looking at completion here, completing something. Oh, take the top and the bottom and do the top and the bottom like we always do what you do. Here we go, because I know me and you know you. Okay. And let's just see what we're turning up. We got the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So the past, wrestling with the past, wrestling with people of the past, wrestling with the feelings of the past coming into play this year. What do we do with this? What are we to make of it? Well, you make of it, my love, what you choose to. Okay. And with it being a choice, we can easily choose our own imprisonment as well. But here, with the Queen coming out in the upright, being very discerning this year, being very logical, steadfast and true to your energy, to who you are. As long as you can overcome yourself, that's powerful. Shit. Aquarius. As long as you can overcut yourself. Queen of Swords cuts things out of her life that don't, do her any good any damn more, right? For some, it's this future worry. For others, it's not enough reflection on the past, maybe too much reflection on the past, or just this idea that you're going to fail, or this idea that you won't produce, or this idea that the future matters more than the present, and that's not true. And I feel like throughout the year, at some point, it clicks with this queen. It clicks with the Queen of Swords. Let's clarify the Page of Cups in reverse. Something new is afoot, love. Will you open your heart to it? Will you learn a lesson and give the new a try? I do feel like you've been there, done that. And now we can learn, we can make a miracle happen, baby. Page of Cups, why is Page of Cups in reverse for Aquarius for 2026? I feel like you can make something happen this year. With the miracles near, it's usually a blessing from the universe. But I really feel like this is all you. Choosing to live in the now brings the miracle. It's like it signals the green light to the universe. Seven of Cups in reverse. So clarity over confusion this year. Clarity over confusion this year is big for you, Aquarius. This is a lot. We have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands reverse, and the Queen of Wands. So definitely confidence. Confidence here. Confidence here to be your honest, true, authentic self to everyone and live in the now, to enjoy the now. Excuse me. But I want to say confidence to not um, let the bad news get you down, to see through people's falsities or their bullshit, or to get to a point where you don't need it to begin with. You don't need their praise, their kind words, or apologies. It's like it doesn't bring as good news to have fake words anymore. It's not as comforting. Yeah, others of you, there may be some canceled plans this year. Some canceled plans that needed to be canceled. They needed to be canceled because we had to gain some clarity on a situation. But every moment counts. I'm actually going to clarify this Queen of Swords because every moment counts, and I feel like you are utilizing your highest level discernment. But I want to see if I could get more information on that. What is that highest level discernment, right? I'm getting a visual of High Priestess. Not in the Soha Mystic deck that I'm holding, but in Gilded Tarot. What is this Queen of Swords? Definitely, you are definitely ready if you allow yourself to be. Holy crap. We have the Hierophant reaching a higher level here. The Sun, life-giving energy. Strength card and the Seven of Swords. Oh, shoot, my battery's running low. That's okay. Strength card and the Seven of Swords. Hold on one second here. Heed the warning I heard. That's all very symbolic. You need to heed some type of warning with the Seven of Swords and my battery thing coming through. Heeding some type of warning will it'll be easier to digest, swallow, or get through these trials and these tribulations. There will be things that test you this year. You will overcome those things. As long as you're true to self, as long as you're authentic, as long as you follow your light, as long as you be discerning. I want to make sure there's no other card stuck there, okay? As long as you be discerning, Leo energy with that card, you have all the tools necessary. The Queen of Swords is she's very logical. She's very full of knowledge and she utilizes that knowledge to make her highest level decisions. So, with that being said, don't dupe yourself this year. This year, we use our sword to bust out of our own chains. We live our moments day to day and through these ups and downs, reflecting on each day, and learning the lessons so that we can bring miracles into our future. This is seeding miracles into your future very intentionally, Aquarius. So move into 2026 with intention. Move with clarity. Move like you got this, baby, because guess what? I mean, you got this. Guess who's got this? You got this, baby. It's gonna be a wonderful year. Just gotta let it be. Okay? You just gotta let it be. And don't take these downs when it's a downtime, don't take them too harsh. The downs are gonna come. It's the bounce back that's important. Don't hold yourself to standards. Don't hold yourself to shoulda, coulda, wouldas or what ifs. Because the what ifs aren't here and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, well, it's too damn late. So all we have is the now. What can we do now? Anything we fucking want to. Anything that you put your mind to, anything you see worthy, anything where you want to go forth and plant seeds, you do so, and you do so confidently this year. And I promise you, baby, eh, you may not see it coming until it's in hindsight, but that miracle will be at your doorstep. Guaranteed. If you live in this vibration, it's destined. You feel me? Okay. All right, Aquarius. Woo! I love it. I love it. Happy New Year, my loves. Best of luck. Take care. Have an amazing 2026, darlings. And I will see you in the new year. Okay, I'll see you next year. All right. Mwah. Aquarius, peace, love, and light to you always. Oh, yeah, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll see you next year, babies. Hello, Pisces. Last but not least, Happy New Year. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Let's jump on in. Let's see what we have for y'all for 2026. Hopefully, some beautiful things for my little fishies. Let's see what we got here. My voice is almost out. Hmm, Last one here. Can't believe we made it. It's interesting that that's coming out. Can't believe we made it to the end of the video or to the end of the year. Probably to the end of the year, right? Oh yeah, and you're not tripping. It is a different day. I am changed now. I'm wearing a different sweater. So no, you're not tripping, Pisces. Something changed. It's all quite symbolic. Something changed maybe in 2025. Potentially further changes or a specific change in 2026. It's all coming up as quite symbolic. Let's see what we have for you. All right. Hi, yes, 2026. What we have? We have summer shining bright in the summer, kicking up the heat. That's when we get our top produce or top production levels. You know what I mean? Fall is a harvest time as well, but I feel summer very big for joy and warmth and obviously happiness and all those things, but coming from a feast, coming from a production, something being gained. Could be dealing with someone we have dancing with the devil here, Pisces. Could be dealing with someone born in summer or the summer season can be significant for you. We have dancing with the devil. Is this going to be peak of temptation in some way for someone you know, Pisces, or for you? We have sleight of hand. Sleight of hand is usually a tricky energy, a trickster. The devil is the highest, biggest trickster of them all, isn't he? We have love and support, and we have stand still. Interesting. I think it was Scorpio that got love and support and dancing with the devil as well. Being really drawn to the S's, but quite a lot of S's. What's underneath summer? Follow your intuition. Yeah, I do feel like something is a little mucky. So there may be a reason here that you need to follow your intuition this year, 2026, because things may get a little dicey or a little unknown. Luckily for you have a lot of love and a lot of support around you, Pisces. As long as the people who hold you in their hands, who are the ones that love and support you, are not the people that are also sleight of handing you, which I'm sure is not the case, you'll be just fine. At that point, doesn't matter how many times the devil tries to dance. You just stand there still and you say, "No, thank you, devil, I'm good. No, I reckon I'm good, and I don't need your swing. I'm good." But if Dancing with the Devil comes out, we probably have done a few briskets with the devil, you feel me? That's why it's so here for some of us. We've been maybe out sliding or sleight of handing ourselves, acting as though little dance, a little frisket thing, a little hot bot with the devil here and there ain't that bad. We always got a home to come back to. That doesn't feel right, Pisces. Now do take these messages as they resonate, okay? Um, Not everything is going to be for everybody, but there is a need to go slow and stand still more this year. Before you say yes, before you say yes, think about it. Okay. I'm being drawn to the hands. Something about do watch your hands. You don't want to get like hand injuries this year. The risk could be high. The risk could be high for something like that. Dancing with the devil is a risk. It's risky business. It's playing with fire. Nine of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. We have the Seven of Wands here in reverse. So usually this is like, we're fighting. We're backed into a corner here. What fight? What are we fighting for? What are we getting ourselves into? What are we not fighting against is more like it. Thank you, Spirit. What are we not fighting against that may be to our detriment? For some, we don't see it. I almost want to say, Pisces, if it doesn't feel good, don't don't do it. But there's two kinds of feel goods here. There's devilish feel good, and then there's like true, honest, actual feel good. And the deep down love and support of yourself and of the universe and source energy, and hopefully from all your loving friends and family, that should help you see it should feel the difference, right? You should feel the difference unless you purposely don't want to, right? There could be someone around you who purposely doesn't want to see the risks in what they're doing or the consequence, maybe, in what they're doing. For Pisces, 2026. Seven of Swords reverse. Two sevens in a row. Sevens are knowledge reflection, good luck. It's definitely, I only read them as good luck. They're not so much in correspondence with the tarot. It really comes out here, especially more like review, review, review. We got the Six of Cups. Children, past nostalgia for some of you dealing with the past, others of you dealing with children this year. Others of you have somebody knocking on your door who wants to try to deceive you again, to sleight of hand you in some way. You love them. You want to be there for them. But they're dancing with the devil. They're doing it to themselves. Do you want to go down with them? Others of you, you're sleight of handing yourself by living in the past or by continuing to do the same things we've always done. I do feel that a lot is coming to the surface. A lot is coming out this year. A lot is coming to the light about this risk somebody's been taking. I want to say been taking, and I want to say it comes out. And there will be a lot of reflection or a lot of knowledge that comes with this. We have to look at this deeper. That's what that feels like. We got to figure things out. Why? 2026 for Pisces. You've got so much love around you, Pisces. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Something coming to an end. We have the Page of Swords and the World card. Completions, completions, completions. 2026 breaking down to a 10, right? 10s are endings, but they're also, with every ending comes the new beginning. So this year, it does feel like somebody learns a lesson. It does feel like something comes to a head. It does feel like something here is found out. A vibration is changed because of it. Maybe somebody is humbled because of it. Or somebody is put back into really recognizing that what they've been doing has not been helping them. That takes reflection. That takes a lesson learned. You feel me? That takes a pause as well. Thank you, Spirit. Now you can easily cheat yourself out of this lesson, Pisces. It's going to be a busy year. I feel a lot of tasks being completed with this, but I also feel a lot of information. Don't resist the change. That could be one of the worst things you would do here. Because by resisting the change or the reflection this year, you are choosing to take the risk of dancing with the devil. And where will that lead? We're not sure. It always leads to some form of beautiful completion, but at what cost, I want to say. Pisces, right? Let's get one more for you. Thank you, Spirit. The Fool. Every ending brings a new beginning. Clearing up confusion. We got 3 sevens in a row, 777. Um, One of them gambling machines just popped into my head. Where they the little slot machines with the old style pulleys and the 777? Ding, 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 ding. Lucky winner. That just popped in. These cards are not reflecting that though. The only one that's reflecting that is this completion. So I do feel like this is going to be a mission to obtain here, Pisces. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm going to be honest with you. The only way you can tackle the devil is head on. You look that motherfucker right in the eye and you say, "No more, sir. I am done living this way. I am done hiding. I am done not learning. I am done being associated with people who haven't learned. And I am going elsewhere. I'm taking my clear mind and my family, my love and support, and I'm leaving this damn devil in the dust." Now, devils, addictions, afflictions, codependencies. Someone here, I really want to say, I'm being manipulated. Maybe emotionally manipulated, just manipulated. But it's by the devil. It's by this enticing, um, good time, you know? Here we have the Six of Cups. Wanted to be seen again. Past coming up here. Someone from the past, something from the past. But it's so that someone can learn a lesson, even if it's by proxy. This is not a year to be taking risks, not a year to be wearing masks, not a year to be in the same old cycles, baby. It is definitely time to bust open the new knowledge, the new, I want to say spirituality, interesting, the new form of study, the new relationships, the new clarity. Because it feels like what we've been continuing to do, Six Cups in reverse here. Um, I wasn't even ready to fully ask what card to clarify. But here, that Six of Cups, just the past becoming prominent. Childhood wounding, maybe. The people of the past. The way we view these things of ourselves, the things that we've been through. Coming in really, really deep. Reliability, emotional reliability, showing up for those who show up for you, Pisces, is coming in very, very strong as well. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords reversed. Why is the Seven of Swords here in 2026 for Pisces? That's just too much, baby. That's just too much. Do you notice the Ten of Wands? Excuse me. Woo. Excuse me. Yeah, something's gonna come. I just burped like crazy. Something just is gonna come up and come out. Um, whether we're prepared or not. So it feels like get prepared because um that's where your jumping point is going to be, the new adventure. Where we finally leave our old behind, like the childhood wounding, You know what I mean? We leave the old, unnecessary mask of self, the manipulation of others, the devil. We just leave that shit behind. No longer sleight of handing ourselves out of being ourselves, no longer sleight of handing ourselves out of better life, maybe even hierophants, commitments coming into play here, but so is spirituality. That Four of Wands has come out so much. For some of you, this is solidifying some form of commitment. Some of you will tie the knot this year. You'll renew your vows this year, that type of thing. Others of you, you reevaluate your commitments with the Queen of Swords here and that Seven of Swords. Others of you, this is about reevaluating your, not so much your commitments, but your foundations. What have I been building on? Well, dancing with the devil is never a great foundation to build on, right? Staying in the past and never shaking guilt, shame, sadness, those feelings. Closing out our heart closes out our blessings. Putting on personas blocks authenticity, which blocks blessings. So being real here, being real with yourself this year, being real with yourself and really like wrapping up that which has not been working. Like it almost feels like you're tired of somebody's bullshit this year, or you're tired of your own bullshit. Pisces. That's what this feels like in the most loving, best way. Like I get sick of my bullshit too, and where I'm just like, okay, that can't continue, right? That's what this feels like, or it's someone around you, right? But there's no need to fight about it. We just stop feeding that vibe. Let's get let's get a clarifier on this World card. Reverse. I'm very tempted to clarify the dancing with the devil, but I don't think I have time. What is World card here? Completions. You've struggled with something, Pisces. You've struggled with something. It's brought you've spent a lot of time struggling with something, and it's brought some sort of confusion or some sort of underhanded or sneaky or like dicey, risky energy into your midst when things could be so much more solid and stable. And I feel like you're this year, 2026, you're making that decision. We choose stability. We don't choose games. We choose completion. We choose the new, not the old. We have the Emperor, and we make choices. We're not afraid to make choices this year. Okay, there's only three. So let's take them. What do we got? Three of Pentacles here, Eight of Cups, and the Hermit. You've really utilized your wisdom here, and you will be utilizing your wisdom this year, in 2026 especially, to wrap it up. This is all like wrap it up already. Whatever this is, we need to wrap it up already. With the Eight of Cups, we are walking away from something. We're utilizing here our highest level of wisdom. And even if it means being alone for some of you, Pisces, it might. Um, at least temporarily, being alone, taking a standstill, taking a pause, and being, you know, maybe even a little bit, by yourself, a little bit in hermit mode, a little bit like I don't want company for a while, because we got to process things and think about things. But with the Three of Pentacles, something gets built out of this, out of your decision to walk away, to purge those feelings of the past, to um to go towards your happiness without all the baggage. Yeah. You feel me? That brings a sturdier foundation. You have people around you that are willing to work with you as well. You have a lot of love, a lot of support, for some financial help. For some, you'll be like going in on an endeavor with others this year that really solidifies things and brings good luck and brings a change of pace. But it is a deliberate decision. It takes mental processing, and it literally takes looking at your own demons or somebody's, your association with somebody potentially here, Pisces, looking at demons here and saying, no, 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 not this time, mofo. I'm not going round two with you. I'm not sleight of handing myself. I'm going to utilize my wisdom this year. It feels like this year you're specifically saying, and if you choose to specifically say here, Pisces, I'm utilizing my wisdom, even if I got to go back and relearn, and I'm doing it purposefully and intentionally to make a change, leaving the devil behind. Even if it's uncomfortable at first, even if it's not fun at first, it will be okay. You will come into the hands of supporting love and source energy. You will come into the hands of higher thought, higher wisdom, and clarity. And so none of those dances and those risky businesses will matter anymore. Once you choose to leave the devil behind, you choose to leave him behind, and it is done, right? It's like abracadabra, and it is done. Now, when I say that, it acts like, it's easy. I'm acting like it's easy is really a hard process, very difficult. You've been struggling to do this, but I feel like this is the year where you kind of like put your foot down on yourself. Emperor here, you put your foot down and you say no more on something. And that's where we begin a new adventure. All right. And you are loved and you are supported right through this. And just next time you want to fall into the hands of the devil, fall into the hands of your loving support system. And you got this, Pisces. That brings the change that you so direly need, that will let you shed those pains of the past, those painful lessons of the past, and utilize those lessons learned, done, game over, I win. You feel me? That's how it could be if we take that discerning action. All right, Pisces. Okay. I'm going to cut it there. Happy New Year, loves. I really hope you got something out of this. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video at all. I appreciate you all so much for being here. Thank you, Pisces, for everything. And I just want to thank everybody, actually. Um, but I also hope this helps you gain some clarity for your 2026 year. Pisces, I love you. Mwah. I'll see you next year, baby. Take care. Bye.